What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks and welcome to a stream I did not think I was gonna do, but I'm like, you know what? My friend sends me a picture that's being displayed in the thumbnail. The exact picture my friend sent me, not me. I didn't take it off the video because I didn't even watch it yet. And I'm like, you know what? That's Liam, right? Liam said he was gonna do something massive, right? And that's the thing that he's doing. That's massive. So I'm like, you know what? Let me react to it firsthand, not watching the video. I'm going to react in front of you guys and give my thoughts. How about that? I think that's what we're going to do. And I see that there is also Luca, Juve fan. Big up to him. There is that PSG fan, Parisian Londoner. Forgot his name. But I actually forgot his name, so I'm not going to try to even say the name. But big up to him as well. He was on DR Sports, etc. He probably still goes here and there. I don't know. But big up to him anyway. They're all over there. And they're all debating Premier League fans. So we're going to react to it. So before we begin, though, guys, you know exactly what to do. Subscribe, press alarm bells for future content notifications, like, comment your way, go check socials, or inshallah, you're well wherever you are. Now, I wonder if Liam is going to have an amazing performance, guys. We're going to evaluate this together, yeah? Because, listen, Liam, we know what he says about the Premier League. He better not let us down. He better not let us down. So, yeah, by the way, I put the link to the video in the description. I've put the Bayern View's link, the channel, in the description as well, so go check both out. So yeah, I say we begin, man. And by the way, the channel is Zac Djellab, or I don't know how you say his name. So I hope I didn't butcher it. But yeah, this is the video right here, as you can clearly see. This one right here. One Premier League hater versus 20 Premier League fans. What are we saying, guys? What are we saying? I think we kick things off, don't we? Let's go.
He's lost one already.
To show disrespect towards the other European leagues in general.
But Vinny Jr. did nothing.
It's not ridiculous to say that.
I have one Premier League hater here who is going to be going up against 20 Premier League fans.
I've got 5 fans who hate the Premier League, with
Five
each of them
fans.
bringing their own.
5 fans, you know. Not even 3, 5. Damn. This is going to be very interesting, guys. Very interesting. Let's see how this goes, guys. Let's see how this goes.
Debate to the table for why they don't like it.
Oh, we
Each
have a
fan-
Real Madrid fan. Got a Real Madrid fan in the building, guys. Real Madrid fan in the building. Who would have thought, guys? Who would have thought? Man said Real Madrid. I need that in the hashtag as well. Man said Real Madrid. Damn. Okie dokie, guys. It's going to be interesting. Let's go.
And is given a yellow card, and if they feel like the person debating against the hater isn't doing a good enough job, they can raise it in order to get rid of them. If 10 yellow cards have been raised, I will send them off. They'll then be replaced by another fan until 10 minutes.
That's a 10 yellow cards. They get sent off. that must mean you must have had an uttering, shattering stinker. Oh my days. Now, this is going to be cool. This is actually going to be fun. A big up to Zac for even setting up this thing. This must have been a lot of work. A lot of work. So big up, man. So we're going to react to this, guys. We're going to react to this.
This is up, and once we're done, we're done.
Oh, and quickly, if you're a fan of the Premier League, then you've got to check out this free mobile game called Club. The link's in the description. It's basically fantasy football mixed with pack openings and a bit of casual football management. I know there's a few of us in this room who play it, but a little bit more on Club later on.
My name is Luca, at JFTV Luca. I support Juventus, of course. And my statement is, the Serie A all-time 11 clears the Premier League all-time 11.
Damn. Hey, listen. As you guys know, Serie A back in the day used to be massive. And then the scandal happened. And now, Premier League fans growing chest. This is going to be an interesting one because you can name a lot of players from the Serie A. I mean, we're talking the likes of Zidane, Pirlo, Maldini, Nesta, Buffon. You know what I mean? Like, hey, listen, bro. Del Piero, fucking Baggio. Hey, listen, bro. Listen. Ronaldo. Hey, listen. Let's go. Let's hear this.
Matter of fact, the second best all-time 11 in the Serie A beats the Premier League all-time 11.
It's a hell of...
That's shameless. That's shameless. Luca, listen, brother. I need you to cook. Brother, I need you to cook against these Prem frauds. Do me a favor, bro. Yeah, not just Liam. I need anybody that's anti-Premier League to do me a favor. Yeah, because Premier League is one of the most overhyped shit I've ever seen on planet Earth. But recently they are shit. Yeah, recently they are shit, bro. Big up to you, man. Yeah, recently they have been shit. But we're talking all time here. That's the conversation. Anyway, let's watch.
Push out. 3, 2, 1.
Who's getting called out?
Okay, Toby,
Arsenal
welcome, my
fan.
friend.
Arsenal fan.
Hi. Okay, so let's just start from the second 11 then.
Okay. First, we need to establish who's in the first 11 to be able to understand.
Yeah, I mean, you
who's
said
not.
the Serie A second 11.
Yeah, but I need to tell you who's in the first one so we don't include.
Why?
those
There's
names
no
in the second
point. If you're saying the second 11 is better, let's just go straight to the point.
one. Okay, I got Zoff. I got
Alright.
Zanetti.
Zoff is the second 11.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Buffon would be the
first.
keeper in the
Alright.
first 11. I got
Okay.
Zanetti, Thuram, I got Scirea, I got Chiellini, I got
So
Matthäus.
So you put in Thuram over.
And put my G Mateus. Green flag. Yeah, Mateus gets in over any Prem fucker. I've been saying this, bro. Hey, I've been saying Mateus is one of the greatest midfielders of all time. Nobody wants to hear me, bro. Anyone that followed through history will know that Lothar Matthäus is that guy, bro. That guy can play center back, midfield, you name it. Tell me when I'm telling lies and tell me when he's saying lies. This guy is, if you fan of that club made of bro, stop crying, man. Stop crying that you have hatred for Juve because you guys had some issues in the final. Stop crying, bro. Stop crying. And they have the best center backs to ever play football. Exactly, bro. Hey, bro, Catalan, tell him, bro. Tell him. Anyway, let's hear this.
Van Dijk.
Thuram's fullback, first of all. I mean,
Yeah,
he's a
and
fullback in
you
my
mentioned
system.
4 people, so I don't know where you're
So
putting
Thuram, right back or left back.
So where's
He could play
Zanetti then?
Left back or right back. It doesn't matter. He
I
played
need
on
to
both.
choose one.
Left back Zanetti.
So
Primarily left back.
Okay, so Ashley Cole over Zanetti. Next?
It's up for debate.
I don't think so.
Man said Ashley Cole over Zanetti. You know what? Let's give them Ashley Cole. I think Ashley Cole is one of the better fullbacks actually probably the best fullback in Premier League. So we can give them Ashley Cole, no problem. But look how Juve fan wiped the floor with every single one of them. LMAO. Hey, listen, bro. Listen, I'm reacting first hand. Oh, you've seen the video already, Baran. Hey, listen, we're gonna find out. But listen, Luca, keep cooking, brother. Keep cooking. By the way, I watch his TikToks and I actually rate his content. So big up Luca, man. Big up Luca. Gio is a fan of that guy as well. And he might actually, listen, he has something big planned with him. I don't know if I'm supposed to spill the beans, but listen, man. Never say never. Never say never.
Why not?
If it's not Roberto Carlos, I don't see anybody else talking to Ashley Cole.
So Paolo Maldini doesn't talk to Ashley
Okay,
Cole.
well, Paolo Maldini. Well, that's not your second 11.
No, but you just said no one else talks to him.
Yeah, what?
I mean, to be honest, Luca, if you're gonna put him in the first 11. However, realistically speaking, the fact that you're gonna put him in first 11 already says that he talks to Ashley Cole. So, Arsenal fan, you can still hold that.
Talking about your second
For
11.
me, Zanetti, if you look at Zanetti, right? Captain of Inter, leader, legend, the most iconic Inter player of all time. The same Inter team that had Ronaldo Fenomeno in his prime. Yet Zanetti is the most iconic Inter player ever.
I don't disagree with anything you just said, but
Led
it's not better
them-
than Ashley Cole.
But okay, you're talking about Ashley Cole was a great defender. I'm not denying it, but it's up for debate. You can make that argument. For me, Zanetti, in terms of offensively, he had a bit more than Ashley Cole. One-on-one defending, you can give it to Ashley Cole. In terms of leadership, Zanetti. In terms of accolades, Zanetti. I think overall, we could easily make the case that Zanetti's a better defender than Ashley Cole. It's not ridiculous to say that.
Nothing you're saying is ridiculous. I just
So,
don't agree. Okay,
this
so
is-
centre back.
It's an interesting conversation, to be fair, because as far as I'm aware, Zanetti was a dog. Like, it is a conversation because Zanetti was a dog, bro. Like, you know what it is? Syria back in the day had hella like defenders in general that it's very hard for you to like fit some of them in to like the actual. That's why he said second and main 11 beats Premier League all time. He's not wrong when you deeper, you know. He's actually not wrong. If you think about it, I don't detect lies, bro. Zanetti is a cardio player. What are we doing here? Is equivalent to me. Bissam, Allah يخليك. Allah يخليك.
You're finished. You're finished. Wallahi, you're finished. Wallahi, you're finished.
You know what, Bissam? For that take, timeout. Now, the man said just cardio. احترم نفسك. Yeah, he is in this. We will get to Liam, bro. We will get to that. We will get to that. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, man. Philip Lahm clears, though, but listen. Zanetti can get his respects by me. He can get his respect. You know what? I should have met that guy. He came to Riyadh and had a meeting. I should have gone to it. Anyway.
But so far, we're going pound for pound.
Yeah, right.
In terms of
Centre-backs.
centre-backs, I got Giorgio Chiellini and I got Gaetano Schirra.
No, I'm taking Van Dijk and Terry, Van Dijk and Ferdinand, Stam. I'm taking any of those combinations over those two.
Why?
Huh? Wait. Did I hear Van Dijk? Oh my god. Oh, it's Van Dijk can be in confidence, but better? Oh, give me a fucking break. Give me a. You see, this is what I mean by I need these fans to destroy Prem fan. Are we hearing the takes? Are we hearing the deluded takes, guys? Oh my god! Generally, this is why Premier League fans in general like.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh my god! Oh my! Oh, Allah يعطيني صبر. This is the levels we've stood down to. Man said Van Dijk. Like when I heard Stam, I'm like, okay, maybe fine, no problem. And even then, some of these players that we're talking, actually a good portion that we're talking about, I've not watched in like as a fan live in time, if that makes sense. But like even then, bro, like surely you must have followed up a little bit like of the history. Like the fact that you're comparing I'm telling you, recency bias is a thing, man. Holy shit. At least say grace in your lifetime, maybe. That's fine. But to say the greatest ever, fucking hell, bro. Oh my god, man. I got slap the like and subscribe. This is gonna be an inch. Oh god.
I just think they're better players than those two.
What years did Gaetano Schirra play in?
I have no idea.
So you got to say these guys are way better than him.
No.
Schirra wasn't. Oh, look, listen. Let me tell you
Okay.
something about Schirra, right?
All right.
Right, get off.
Well done, mate. You're off. Really well debate.
Yalla barra. Ah, you fraud. Can't even fucking argue for a Premier League, bro. Man said Van Dijk. Bro, the moment I heard Van Dijk, yellow, bro, not even yellow, straight red. What the fuck is this shit, bro? Are you mad? Yeah, bro, they are marks. What the fuck? Oh my god. Yeah, Luca cooked, bro. Hey, Luca W, bro. Luca W, bro. It is what it is, man. Hey, listen, Luca. Big up to you. Big up to you, Brave. Big up to you.
Really well debated. Keep it going. Keep it going. I love the pronunciations as well. Are just music to the ears, I have to say, Luca. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Anybody want to argue?
Can I argue for La Liga?
No.
No, because the statement is Serie A, Premier League. Nobody wants to argue yet. You put your yellow cards up to stop the debate. Interesting. Go on then,
Yeah,
Mons. I love it.
Oh, Montel!
Welcome.
Hey, big up Montel.
See again with the first choice, Lily. Sorry. I do believe that.
Before I let him speak, yeah. Big up Montel. That guy's a G, bro. Actually, if there was a time I would want to do content with somebody, it's definitely that guy, bro. Like, I haven't done a content with yet because I've done with like guys that he talks to, like Flawless and etc. Like, I've not done with Montel yet. So if there's ever an opportunity, Montel's again. To be fair, seeing his tears is actually kind of funny. So listen, man. Big up to Montel. Let's hear what he got to say though. Also, before we get to that, do you think VVD is their defensive system? What? Sorry, VDD. Who's VDD? And their defensive system won't compete because what people don't want to mention, Italian team, they are very defensive. Big up. Yeah, big up to him, man. And by the way, I don't know what you mean by VDD. What's VDD? Sarah, I don't know what you mean. But let's continue. And yes, Italian systems are usually defensive. Let's continue watching, though, guys.
There's a massive argument there. Second choice.
No, there's no argument, no debate.
No, I don't want to say no debate. I just so again. Can I name? I need to hear your full.
Oh yeah. I only
I need to hear.
So I went Zoff, Zanetti, Thuram, Gaetano Scirea, Chiellini. I'd go Lothar Matthäus at the base in the 6, who played at Inter. I'd probably go Gullit. I'd probably go.
Okay.
I mean, this is all subjective. I'd probably go Ricky Kaká.
And this is second choice.
Second choice.
And then you're going. What's the front line? This is the important. I need to hear the front line.
I'd go Cristiano Ronaldo. I would go.
He was pretty good.
So they've lost one already because the Man United Ronaldo is the one we're going to be using.
No, I didn't say nobody gets in the 11.
Okay.
I just said it's a better team.
Okay, so
You understand?
Cristiano Ronaldo at 34.
Well, 33 to 36, same guy that scored 100 plus goals in all competitions in 3 years, from 33 to 36.
Yep. Okay.
Very impressive. Not many players.
Cairo Immobile probably done something similar.
Can I be honest, though? I think the Ronaldo of Man United gets in over the Ronaldo of Juventus. I know the one of Juventus scored hella goals, but the Ronaldo of Man U was baller, bro. Like, I'm not even talking about Man U of the final years. Even though in the final years he was still crazy for his age. I think people overhated that Ronaldo stint. But the one where he was just balling out beyond belief. You know what I mean? No, not the striker. I'm talking about the winger one. The winger one, bruv, he was cooking. I can't lie. You know what I mean? So, yeah, my man said no defender in the Prem is getting over Serie A. What are we doing? The only one I can make an argument for is Ashley Cole. That's it. But let's hear this.
Immobile didn't do that at all. In terms of numerically, they're not comparable. Ronaldo's the fastest player to score 100 goals in all competitions for an Italian side at 33. He came as...
Let's hear the right wing and left wing.
Of course. I would probably go Francesco Totti in there, and probably Alessandro Del Piero and Roberto
who's in your
Baggio.
first team one? Just so this is more for me.
Yeah.
Who's in your first team one?
I would go Buffon, Cafu, Nesta, Baresi, Maldini, Pirlo, Platini, Zidane, Maradona, Van Basten, Ronaldo Phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. Put the fries in the bag. Oh my days, man said, I'm gonna name everybody and just finish you, bro. Oh, listen. Prem, put the fries in the bag. Yeah, and it's over. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Only a few Prem players get in that list, bro. I'll be real. Oh, Luca, bro, listen. That's what I mean, bro. What are we doing? My bats are 9 over every attacker in the Prem. Have some fucking shame. Oh my God, bro. Luca.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
Oh my God! By the way, Lewis, I modded you because you were managerial at put you enough standard. Big up, Lewis, man. Oh my God, that's crazy. Let's continue.
And then just to establish my second team again, just so you remember, Zoff, Thuram, Shirea, Chiellini. I would go Zanetti, I said, Matteus at the base. I'd go Roberto Baggio. I would go Gullit, Kaká, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, Totti.
And then Totti or Del Piero.
Yeah, for me,
I would love I'd go Del Piero.
The Premier League, I think the Premier League team clears the second team.
Clears is
I think
very,
the
very
first- I can sit on
exaggerated.
it.
Put forward your Premier League team.
Yeah, go on.
So,
And this is first team.
I'm from an attack for us.
You know, one thing I will say, if it's the first team, yeah, it's finished. Second team, you can make a little argument. I can't lie. There's a few players I get in, but there's a few players Prem fans can make a case for. Like that's my thing. The moment he named the fucking first team, I'm like, yeah. Put the price in the bag. Di Natale is not a bad shout. You know what I mean? Man said, you're going to watch there from the chat like everybody else. Fraud. Anyway.
Bro, Thierry Henry.
Yeah,
We're not even
Thierry Henry's a great
We're going to
player.
argue that one there. Cristiano Ronaldo on the left. Not going to
Well, it
argue.
depends the formation we play, because I said the diamond, so obviously we have to come to an agreement on the team. Because we don't have, in terms of...
No, because it can be comparison in terms of like three midfielders, three
So
attackers,
United
four
Ronaldo better than
defenders.
Juventus Ronaldo, sure.
That's my thing.
Yep.
Thierry Henry, for me, clears anyone in that second team.
In terms of prime, time spent in the league, Totti is
Time spent
Serie A.
in-
Longevity, you go
I'm
Totti.
just not really trying to hear Thierry Henry arguments. No,
Go through your
I'm
form.
just making a case.
Yeah.
Can I be honest? I'm hearing the Thierry Henry shouts, guys. Thierry Henry over second team. Yeah, we have to allow it, man. We have to allow it, chat. That guy, unbe-fucking-believable. Like, probably best player in Premier League history. Like, we do have to allow that, man. And then when he goes to Barcelona, he actually helps in Barcelona with it. Like, yeah, listen, man. I know he wasn't the best player in that attack, obviously Messi and what you call it. I hear it, don't get it twisted, but he eventually, he still turned up big in the league as well. Listen, you know what it is? I agree turning up in finals is important. That's why I usually am critical with certain players. But guys, he actually balled the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, I can hear it. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, I'm not saying over the first team. Like, no chance. But over the second team, I hear it, man.
Just arguing for the sake of it.
Liverpool bias, I'm going to go Mohamed Salah. He was obviously in the league, of course, but Mohamed Salah on the right as well. Then you got players like, and by the way, this is a debate. You got players like Wayne Rooney there in the midfield. You got Lampard, you got Gerrard, you got Scholes, you got Yaya Toure, you got all these guys. I mean,
I left out a lot of big names
and
as well.
I didn't even get to Kevin De Bruyne. You got so many players. You got Claude Makelele as well. That again, the Chelsea legends. These guys here for me in the midfield are. It's just. I don't want to say maybe outside of Gullit clears the guys that you've named in my opinion.
It's not true.
Okay, that's just
I named you two Ballon d'Or winners in my mid.
Did my man just disrespect Gullit? Montel? I'm sorry, but man like Gullit getting disrespected is crazy.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard. Everyone's laughing, by the way, but it's true because everybody's heard it too. Everyone heard it, right? They look at everyone's like, yeah, big piece of dog shit.
No, I'm not gonna lie. That is wild. That is absolutely wild.
Three Ballon d'Or winners in my midfield.
The only the names I give you, I said your back line for me, because it's like the league. Look at your organization. The back line clears first and second for me, because the back line in what you guys have produced over the years, it's undeniable.
Yeah, it's the best defensive
But
league
from
in the world.
midfield and up, I think there's a reason why our fodder goes to your league and looks like the cream of the crop.
In the last 15 years. So again, you're being selective with your time frame. The best players of all time. Wait, hold on. Hold on. The best players of all time have played in La Liga and the Serie A. You understand?
I agree. No, I agree.
And their peak was in both those leagues. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It was big in the 80s and the 90s, early 2000s. Calciopoli destroyed the Serie A. But up until then, all you have to do is thank the Federazione Italiana Gioco Calcio for destroying the league because of Calciopoli. Otherwise, the Premier League wouldn't be what it is today.
Again, but we're going away from the argument. I'm just talking about your second team, talking about how you think it would clear.
No, I didn't say clear. I said it's better.
It's better. Yeah, I don't think so. As I said, go in your front three, your midfield three. I think we clear you in those situations.
Can I just reiterate my midfield?
Okay,
I got Matteus at the base. 1990 World Cup winning captain. 1990.
By the way, before he continues, what he's saying is not wrong. I'm talking about Luka. Mateus is in that midfield. Don't tell me CVG. Don't tell me Makelele. Don't tell me fucking... Actually, the only one I can maybe hear is Scholes, right? And Roy Keane. But even then, Mateus as a baller is better. So actually, no, don't even tell me Roy Keane, bro. Yeah, don't even tell me Vieira. I'm not hearing you, bro. I ain't hearing you, bro. Yeah? Lothar Mateus the Don, bro. Yeah? By the way, realistically, if it wasn't for that bottle job that we done in 1999, he realistically would have had the Champions League with us. But he won it with Inter Milan anyway, I believe. So, actually, no, he won the Ballon d'Or with them. No, he didn't win the Champions League with them, I don't think. He won the Ballon d'Or with them. Anyway, Lothar Matthäus clears majority of Premier League midfielders, I'm sorry. Like, the only ones that can be in conversation is that guy, but he doesn't think so. He thinks Matthäus is better than them too. Listen, man. Lothar Matthäus the Don, bro. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, man locked Maradona in a World Cup final, bro. Can we talk about that? World Cup winning Lothar Matthäus locked up Mara-fucking-Dona, bro. Let's not do this. Let's not do this, bro. Man had Maradona in pockets. Allow it, man. Allow it. Under Franz Beckenbauer was manager at the time. Fucking allow me, bro. Allow it. Anyway.
Ballon d'Or winner.
Right.
You didn't even name your Ballon d'Or winner.
Rodri. I didn't even get there. I didn't even name Rodri. I didn't even get to Rodri.
But in terms of,
I didn't even get to Rodri.
In terms of sixes, you can't compare Matthäus and Rodri right now. Rodri's had 3 years at the top of football. You're talking about that.
But you mentioned
and
Ballon
then I
d'Or.
said Gullit.
You mentioned Ballon d'Or, and then you're talking about prime. So is it prime or longevity? Which one are you going with right now? Because you're kind of jumping between prime and longevity.
Matthäus has both.
Okay, so who matches Mo Salah's longevity?
Yeah, Matthäus is better in general. Montel, I'm sorry. Matthäus is better in both, G.
In your attacking forward. Who matches?
Del Piero. Del Piero at his best was the best footballer in the world. In an era of Zidane and Ronaldo phenomenon.
Salah's never been the best striker in the world.
Never.
Henry's never been the best striker in the world.
Yes, Henry, yes. But you went Salah. You didn't say Henry.
He said Henry up front. He did say Henry up front.
Fair enough. Cristiano Ronaldo was undoubted.
No, but when no debate. I'm not. No, he did say Henry, but you just said Salah, and you said who matches Salah, and I named you two. That's what I'm saying.
But again, Salah's been at the top of the game.
By the way, as footballers, yeah, these men are better than Salah. How we comparing Del Piero and them Serie A ballers? Premier League and recency bias is an illness to the sport. Listen, I understand majority of us football fans are young. Oh, don't get it twisted. But at least when you're a young football fan, educate yourself. That's all I have to say. Just at least educate yourself. It's not that fucking complicated, man. You get me? Like, but with Montel's case, I get it. He's defending his boy, his guy, Mohamed Salah. You know, and I like Mohamed Salah. I would take him at Al Hilal. However, let's be objective here. Like, Mohamed Salah is not getting in over a lot of these players, bro, in the Serie A back in the day. He's just not. He's really not. Like, what are we doing here? Piero was not a boy. He was a great attacker. Yes, see, this is what I mean. You did not educate yourself. You did not educate yourself. By the way, guys, 9 likes. Guys, what is this conversion rate? Bro, you guys are converting like Salah. At least in 2025-6 season. Like, what are we doing here? Mo Salah don't get enough credit because of his race. No. لا انسى الريس حبيبي انا عرب. انا سعودي حبيبي. توني قايل لك ابغاه بنادي الهلال تقول لي انا عنصري. حبيبي معليش يعني. الاخ للاسف بس يقدر يسجل. قل لي ايش اللي يقدر يسويه. اوكي عنده مساهمات. اوكي ما عندي مشكله بس يعني مساهمت باي طريقه. هذا السؤال. Okay, good. Anyway, let's continue, Chad.
9-10 years. So that's not clear. That's a debate. I think that's more of a debate.
What, Del Piero or Salah?
It depends. Del Piero was predominantly a slightly different player, different build, different mode. So I feel like that
different
comparison's
of course.
Do you know what I'm saying? But generally speaking, I think when I name you the Gerrards, the Lampards, the Scholes,
none of them get in. They don't get in. I'm sorry.
I just
So De Bruyne.
What argument is none of them getting? There's not
Because in terms
attribute for attribute. There's no attribute for attributes. Like what we talk like.
Not in my. They don't get in for me.
Maybe for your all time, but as I said, like when it comes to these players, there's a reason why either they couldn't be prized away from their club, or when they were trying to be prized, it was your players trying to sign them.
But did you hear the names I named?
I understand. I understand
I
the
said
names that you
Mateus,
named.
Gullit. I said Roberto Baggio.
I said Gullit. I said Gullit is the one. Right?
So you're saying
Cool, fair
Gullit
enough.
cool, but no to Baggio. When Baggio is the best Italian footballer of all time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Baggio not being in is nuts. By the way, back in the day, people were talking about Baggio. Like, bro, like how people, I don't even know, like who do people talk about a lot today? Like, bro, at this point, this guy was not, let alone best player in Italy, one of the best players in the world, bro. Like that miss in '94 final ruined his career. But realistically speaking, that guy was one of the better players in the world. You know what I mean? I don't know about this story. However, I do know that Baggio was a baller back in the day. It's just ignorance, man. They didn't watch these players. At least, yeah, obviously. But I'll be honest with you. You see guys like me, I haven't watched these players in real time. I'm not going to bullshit you. However, I still followed up on the history of the game when I first became a fan, which is why I can gather idea of what they were, you know, compared to what we see today. So for these people to say that this guy don't even get in is crazy, bro. It's crazy. Does the Serie A 11 now beat Prem 11 now? No. Prem 11 now obviously wins. But that's because Serie A ball hasn't been great for time. Serie A hasn't been great for time, man. Italian hated Baggio because he was different, not a classic Italian, and had flair and arrogance in a good way. Bro, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, big up Montal, but I'm sorry, man. Nah.
Come on,
even
man.
that, I don't know if it's for me.
Right,
But that's your knowledge to mine in terms of Italian football. I don't.
Baggio is the biggest talent Italy has ever produced.
Yeah,
by a mile. He was at 17. He tore his ACL. He was told he would never play football again. So he was the world record signing for an under 18-year-old.
As I said, if you're talking all time, it's all time. Eras are different, but I believe some of these footballers who are named the best of time with the nostalgia merchants involved, they don't easily walk into these leagues and act like it's a playground football. We've had enough arguments today and enough debates today to know that walking into the Premier League is more different than being successful in your own league.
Well debated that, by the way, really.
You know what? I have to say, Mont actually argued pretty well. I'm not saying this because I appreciate it. No. I actually think he debated pretty well. However, I'm sorry, brother. Like, you can't have Salah in the conversation, but you can't, and then say you can't have Gullit in it. Like, that's mad. But for the most part, I actually thought this was better than the Arsenal fan. The Arsenal fan was just, like, the Arsenal fan, genuinely, this is what it reeked of.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
No, I don't, listen, I don't think he had that much of a stinker. That Arsenal fan had a stinker. You see that Arsenal fan? Oh, we don't speak, bro. We're good. Anyways, we move.
Both of you. We've got a minute left. We've got 1 minute left. If anybody wants to come in and add towards that debate. 3, 2, 1. Anybody up for it? Okay, we'll call it there. Really good, Luca. Absolutely smashed that. Congratulations. Well done, brother. All right, to give
Juventus fan, Luca. Luca, I have to say, in this one, you, my friend, absolutely cooked.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
W Luca in the chat, guys. W Luca, man. Man is representing anti-Premier League ball with flying colors. He passed it with flying colors. Absolutely. If I was to give that a grade, that would be an A+. That on the table. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. Next.
Oh, Premier League hater, a little break. I need to talk to you about what I mentioned earlier.
Also, quickly, slap the like and subscribe, chat. Don't be fraudulent like Prem fans. There's like 16 of you in the building. Let's get the likes up ASAP. All right? Don't be frauds. I said, where's Cornwallis? We'll get to Cornwallis. Calma, calma. Habba. Lewis, calma, brother. Calma.
The great football game, Club. Now, this isn't just any old football game where you manage a club. This...
I will be honest. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody. Oh, we got Paris fan.
Your football knowledge by showing how to run a football club the best. Think you guys at home can survive the fixture list and balance the books? Well, download Club and find out. We've got Stuart here first.
Big up Stuart, Paris Saint-Germain, guys. Big up Stuart. I would not be shocked if Liam now, after meeting him, gets him on his channel to do preview for our game. You know, be interesting game. Big up to Stuart, Parisian Londoner, Paris Saint-Germain fan. Let's see what he has to argue.
PSG fan, Stuart, into this camera, please say your topic.
The Premier League is the real Farmers League.
Okay, the Premier League is...
The Premier League is the real Farmers League. Let's go. That's what I like to hear. This is what I like to hear. And look what he said. Look up back my league now. There's fanboys that can learn a thing or two about the Serie A. Hey, listen, like I said earlier, he cooked. He absolutely cooked. And Premier League fans, if you don't like it, guess what?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you.
Listen, man, it is what it is. It looks upset at the thumbnail. Listen, man, my friend just sent me a picture, and I said, you know what? Slap it on the thumbnail. Listen, I'm deciding to watch this video in front of you guys, not even by myself. Yeah, I saw my friend send me this, and I'm like, you know what? We're going to react to this in front of people. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, let's continue. Stuart saying Premier League is the real Farmers League.
The real Farmers League.
Bring it on.
2, 1.
Who's joining? Oh,
okay.
Man United fan. Oh, interesting. This has been an interesting one.
Please, Alice, welcome. Welcome to the table. The timer has started. Alice, what would you say in response?
Oh, I don't know how you can call the Premier League the Farmers League when I think it's the best league in the world. The fact that Manchester United and Tottenham were atrocious last season, 15th and 17th, and then Europa League final, Chelsea battered you in the Club World Cup final. I think that PSG would be, they'd sometimes win the league in the Premier League, but I think sometimes they could be in a top 4 battle for Champions League football.
Okay, the Premier League.
I can't lie. Let's be honest, chat, because I said this about Bayern. There are going to be times that if we lose, we'd make top 4s or compete for the league. Not make top 4 as if we're out, like just compete for the league. So you know what? Fine. We will let her have that. We will let her have that. However, before he says anything, I'm going to give my point. And I said this on Flawless's channel. The thing is with us, and I don't know about PSG, but with Bayern specifically, and I don't know if Liam's going to mention it with whatever the hell his debate is, our mentality is just different to Premier League clubs in general. So, yeah. But we'll let her have that point. I can't lie. Let's be fair. We will let her have that point. It says, you know what I mean? That's a championship clears. Come on, Millwall. That still doesn't disprove that premise. Oh, yeah, no. But like, she makes a decent case. Tottenham and Man United still being 15-17 was an anomaly. Let's be real. Tottenham have always been they have been a top 6 side, but like the fact that they were bad, and then like Man United, for example, they beat Bilbao, who made the top 4 in La Liga. You know, Tottenham beat Frankfurt, which I expected Frankfurt to beat them, which made top 4 in the Bundesliga. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm letting her have the argument. You get me? I'm allowing it.
League is the real Farmers League because tell me how many different clubs have won the Premier League since 2018, sorry. Always the same club winning the Premier League over and over again. You complaining about the Bundesliga or PSG winning the Liga over and over and over again when it's the same with the Premier League. There's no competition anymore. The real competition in Europe, the league in Europe, is the Serie A in Italy, where you have a different club, different season that is winning the trophy. I believe the Premier League is boring now.
But that, like this season, it could be Liverpool, it could be...
Guys, you know where I'm going with this, don't you?
I said, give me a hell yeah.
Keep cooking, brother. I like this. I like this guy.
Keep cooking.
Arsenal, it could be Chelsea, it could be City. There's not one team that we think is going to run away with it. Definitely not Tottenham, but like we don't know who's going to win it. Like City had a bit of dominance, but then Liverpool won it last year. Arsenal think they're going to win it, but they like second place. Like no one's sitting here thinking they're going to run away with the league. Whereas with
I'm talking about
PSG,
European football and also how many Premier League clubs have won the Champions League since 2012.
Liverpool,
Only 3
Chelsea,
times.
City.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all about European clubs. The disrespect towards the other European leagues is awful. Considering that if you take the example of we can debate the legitimacy of the Ballon d'Or, but out of the 68 Ballon d'Or, only 7 have been won by players that were playing for Premier League club.
Barcelona, Real Madrid bias in the Ballon d'Or.
No.
Everyone knows that.
No.
Like
I can't lie. She's not lying about that. There is bias towards Madrid, but that's because their PR is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Why do you think I have this as my fucking image? Look, Leicester the Molesto, bro. Because heist of the century. That's the heist. The heist is to make sure Real Madrid's on top every single time. So I get it. Barcelona, another scum. Negreira is on that paywall, brother. He's on that paywall. We know. We know. Trust me, as woman, we know. We understand. However, Stuart, big up, yeah, is not wrong when he says the following, yeah, that, let's be honest, in Europe, there's only been few Premier League winning teams since 2012, he said. That's not a lie. Ballon d'Or winners, only 7 times. That's probably not a lie either, right? Also, when she was talking about, but we never have a feeling that this team is going to dominate the league. Irrelevant point, because at the end of the season, guess what? History shows that team won that many times. For case in point, Manchester City, 2012, 2014, 2018, 2019, 2021, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, 24. So 8 times. 8 times, guys. They've won 8 Premier Leagues since 2012. Guys, we got called Farmers League because we won 11 in a row. Or in this case nowadays, since last season, in 14 seasons, 13. Oh, sorry, no. In 13 seasons, 12 league titles. Come on now. Just saying, guys.
Only 7 players, while playing for Premier League club, won the Ballon d'Or. 61 were coming from European leagues.
That doesn't necessarily mean that was the best. At the time, it might have been the best
players
league.
Are not necessarily playing in the Premier League.
But right now, the Premier League is the best league with
Why?
the strongest
Because you
players.
have better camera angles. You make it look better than the other leagues, but it does not mean...
It's tougher. It's a league where, like,
I don't think it is.
Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Newcastle, Villa, I think is top 4 in any other league. Like, there's some really strong teams where they might finish 8th, 9th in the Premier League.
So you think Bournemouth can win the Serie A?
Not win, but I
Top
think they
3
could
of the
get.
Serie
I
A?
think they could get 4th or 5th. I do. I actually think it's strong. I think it's strong.
No.
I think the mid-table teams.
Ridiculous.
These teams would get humbling in Europe, man. I can't lie. Don't get it twisted. Some of these teams can actually do good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if they have proper management and everything in order, sure, and structures and all. But realistically speaking, the fact that we've seen European clubs that's not English make it to final more often than English says a lot. By the way, can I? Yeah, I said camera angles. I laughed, bro. I laughed. Like. Like, by the way, who remembers when Liverpool was in the Europa League 2 seasons ago? Weren't they supposed to win the Europa League? Oh, wait.
They lost to the eventual Europa League winners, Atalanta. Atalanta are an Italian side.
Weren't Man United supposed to be one of the favorites in the Europa League, I think a year or so before?
Lost to fucking Sevilla, bruv.
What about Aston Villa? I think they were in the Conference League, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't they lose the semi-final to Olympiacos or something? This is what I mean, man. This is what I mean. This whole European argument. Allow it. What's he saying here? I said, bro, I literally say one thing. In different timestamps in history of the Prem, a team dominated 70s, 90s, 80s, Liverpool 90s. Also, it was Liverpool 90s and 2000s with United. There hasn't really been competition like they say. Exactly. This is what I mean, bro. But Sevilla cooked every single Prem teams when they did the three-peat in the Europa League. Talk about it, brother. Talk about it. Anyway,
in the league.
If you know European football, the top five. Hey.
Okay, Alice, well debated, my friend. Please take a seat.
Alice, you did not do bad. Unfortunately, not the best. You could not beat what Stuart was saying. Stuart, another masterclass of a performance so far. We need that to continue, please.
Well done, Alice. It's hot in here. It's hot. Okay, we're going to have somebody else.
Man be moving like Vitinha last season, bro. That's what he was moving like. Vitinha, João Neves. Press resistant, brother. Press resistant. This is what we like to see. It's exactly what we like to see. Come on, man. Come on.
Come to the stage in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh,
okay, Rory, looking like he pulled your hamstring there.
Now, I have to say, I know that Rory has made enemies in the Arsenal fan base, as far as I am aware. But unlike these guys, big up to the ones I'm talking about, big up the League Gunners, the North Sides, and all of them, big up to them. I am not actually a hater of this guy. However, I'm intrigued to see what type of dumb take he probably will have. Yeah, I know he hates him so much. I know Northside does too, because Northside plays clips of that brother. And every time when he says some dumb shit, I'm just laughing in the chat. But I actually don't hate Rory, because sometimes he does says things that's not a lie. Like, I've seen him talk on TikTok. So, yeah. But there are times in which he talks a lot of shit. But if you're watching, Rory, I have nothing against you, so big up anyway. Let's hear what he says.
Oh, amazing. Amazing. Perfect.
Okay, Rory,
perfect.
Please jump in.
Greetings. Your two arguments so far,
Yeah.
one of them was how many Premier League teams have won it in the last,
Yeah,
let's call it
recent
a
years.
decade.
Yeah,
Call
yeah,
it a decade.
yeah.
4 Premier League teams have won in the last decade.
Yeah.
How many Ligue 1 teams have won Ligue 1 in the last decade?
I'm not talking only about PSG. I'm
3.
talking about the Farmers League, the disrespect towards the European leagues in general. Obviously, I'm a PSG fan, and if PSG was to play in the Premier League this season, we would finish top 3 easy with the squad that we have.
But if we're talking...
No.
Top 3 is an understatement, don't you think? Don't you think that's an understatement, brother? You should back your team more. The fact that you're European champions, by the way. I actually think you'd clean sweep that league, bro. Yeah, I've seen your team beat Arsenal. I've seen your team beat Inter Milan 5-0. All defensive sides, physical sides. Trust me, brother. You would top that league. I think you're being too nice to these men saying that you'd be top 3. No, bro. Say you top that league, bro. Say that you top that league. I think you top that league. I'll be honest. Not even this season they top it. Are you mad? No, I'll show chest for PSG. Are you crazy? Yeah, let's talk about it.
Farmers League.
I'm talking about Farmers League. Farmers League, you as a Premier League fan, you use this term as a Farmers League to show disrespect towards the other European leagues in general. I'm here obviously to represent the champions of Europe, myself, but also the rest of Europe.
Yes.
So you're taking the example of the French League. Yes, how many French teams won the Champions League? Only 2. Marseille, it's debatable how they won it, by the way. and PSG, obviously. But I agree with that. But when you take the example of the other European leagues,
yeah,
I mean, you guys are too arrogant.
You've said the Premier League is the Farmers League.
Yes.
So I'm just using Ligue 1 as an example.
Okay,
Happens that you're sat here. 4 Premier League winners in the last decade, 3 Ligue 1 winners in the last decade. You said how many Premier League teams have won the Champions League since 2012? 3.
Yes.
Can you name a single other league that have had more different winners of the Champions League?
More different winners
in that time.
In the last decade.
Yes.
You're right. It's mainly Real Madrid or Barcelona.
So no other league has had more different Champions League winners in the last.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. However, you're not dominating European football, and
exactly. That's exactly what he said is what I would say as well. It's like as much as you've had different winners in your history and as much as you had different winners such as even in the past decade, like Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, those are like the 3 names that have won the Champions League recently. It doesn't matter because let's be honest, Have they won it again afterwards? Like Real Madrid has won the Champions League, like what? So many times, right? We have PSG who just won recently. We won in 2020. You know what I mean? Hell, if we were to go back even more years, by let's say from 2010s, right? You would have Chelsea that won it twice, okay. But then you'd have Bayern that won it twice, right? And you'd have Barcelona that won it twice as well, because we're going from 2010s, you know? So, yeah, listen. These fans like to use the right nows, but is it really adding up? That's all I'm gonna say. Is it really adding up? You know what I mean?
League is made by players that are coming from European leagues.
You're
an Arsenal fan. Who are your legends? Thierry Henry, and who is your best gaffer? Is French, Arsene Wenger.
Yes.
All the European players, all gaffers that have made the Premier League, they're coming from European leagues. All of them.
Leave France.
No, not only France. But you take all.
Well, that's what they do. They leave France. They go to a proper league.
Proper league.
Yes.
Because it looks better on camera. What do you mean proper league?
It looks better on.
Oh my God, better league because of the better cameras. The marketing stunt. Hey, listen. Stuart, man, this guy has no shame. Man just said better cameras. Man speaking like me. He's literally speaking like me. Oh, this marketing ploy shit. Oh, I love it. Oh my God. Yeah, the game got left after the comment. The game's gone. It's in the description, answer. It's in the description. Oh, man. So have to like to subscribe, man. This is entertaining shit, man. I swear. Oh, Lewis, man. They don't understand, man. They never learn. They never learn, Lewis. Chat, they never learn. They realistically, they never learn. Oh my God.
Camera.
Well, more entertainment, better camera angle. Well, you don't have more technical players.
You tell me why.
You have physical players. You kick the ball like the English style, and have it go physical. Like your players are not technical players.
You tell me why no one wants to sponsor Ligon. Why you're scrambling around trying to get.
That's a very good point. Do you know what? I have the perfect answer for you. Because it's more tax efficient in the UK. You have way more taxes in France. Why do you think Saudis wanted to invest in Newcastle and not a French club, Liga? Because it's from a financial perspective, it's more interesting financially, because you want to talk finance. It's more interesting financially to invest in the Premier League than France. You pay more taxes in France.
I can back him on this, by the way, because I remember Saudi and I even made a video or a stream on this. Saudi were going, or PIF, they were going to invest in AS Monaco or Marseille, if you guys remember a year or two ago. But they didn't, because obviously at the time, Ligue 1 in general, the money wasn't really there. You know what I mean? There was really nothing to invest in. Now there would be, but then there wasn't. So, yeah. So it is what it is, man. It's not tax efficient as much over there. He is right, guys. He is right. I remember Saudi was going to invest in Monaco. They were going to invest in Monaco. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. A big up to you, Godfrey. Also, the PSG fan, Stuart, is arguing that Premier League is the real Farmers League. That's the argument. And the Juve fan argued that the combined 11 of Serie A second and first team is better than the first team of the Premier League. And listen, man. Yeah, it is a tax nightmare. Listen, and by the way, I know because I've been to Spain and my friend explained to me everything. It's fucking crazy. But listen, guys. Yeah. I say we continue, guys.
As well, and it's more entertaining to watch the Premier League. I get that, because you make it look better.
Yeah,
but from a pure football perspective, European leagues can definitely compete with you and are better than yours.
So we are grateful to HMRC for the fact that we don't have a Farmers League.
Exactly. That's what you should do. Yeah.
So that's your point. But in terms of actual football, that means that you are a farmers' league because players have to leave if they want a successful career.
They want to make more money. Yes.
Yes.
That's it. I'm not. They don't need to leave to have.
Oh man, so I want to have a successful career. Man, like, yeah. If you want to make more money. I can't, man. This is hilarious. This is actually hilarious, man. Oh my god, bro. Man said? But Liverpool won the Champions League. What's the whole point with Michael Owen though? What? How did Michael Owen become a conversation in the chat? What the fuck? That Ori guy was always salty about everything he said last year. Then I say I'm right. Then say I'm right. Oh, because you had the whole conversation with him. Okay, well that makes more sense. Oh my god, big up to you by the way. But anyway, let's go on.
Better talent and to be better players.
But they're
leaving to make more money.
But the point is, they do leave.
They do leave because you offer. This is money at the end of the day. We're talking about the Premier League and modern football. We're not talking about the old days. So why do you think players go to Saudi?
For money. But that doesn't make the league good. That's the point.
Why do you think players they prefer to go Saudi than the Premier League, for example?
But what we've established is the Premier League has.
That is actually true. But the thing is with Saudi, yes, initially they get lured in by the money. But then there are certain players that want to stay because they get owed money and because they're happy to be living there. By the way, Ruben Neves was talking about it with Rio Ferdinand on Thamania, our new streaming platform for where we watch Saudi Pro League games. And he was talking about how he's happy living here and that. By the way, he's giving me more reason to think that he probably might stay. And by the way, I've seen Bono extend, Milinkovic-Savic extend. If it's just because of the money, they would have left easily. And now, obviously, some players have left. I've seen like Duran leave. You know what I mean? I've seen Neymar leave. Now, Neymar's like the biggest example to your argument. Well, money. Yeah, obviously, Neymar left. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it is what it is. I said Papillon is cooking me. I'll watch that later, bro. I'll watch that later. But the point is, realistically speaking, let's be real, chat. With Saudi, yeah, it's to do with money, but it's also like eventually if they want to stay or not, also because they like the culture. Like people need to stop trying this whole thing. It's only money. But I get it. It is a luring factor. It really is. It's a huge factor.
More Champions League winners, a higher variation of Premier League winners, more talent, which you've just said yourself. I'm struggling to see where it's a farmers' league.
Because there's no competition like before.
We just said there's more competition. There'd be more winners. And the favourites to win this year would be a fifth.
Take the example of the Serie A in Italy. You have a different winner. Because
you're saying the farmers' league. So we don't need to look anywhere other than Ligue 1. Let's focus on Ligue 1. There is one favourite every year.
Yes.
So where's the competition?
Have you noticed that Rory is deflecting, by the way? Rory deflects. So the argument is Premier League is the biggest farmers' league. Now, Stuart is trying to give Serie A as the best example to how there's different winners based on their argument, which is usually their argument. And now he wants to just move on to League 1 and PSG because he knows he can try to target PSG, just like he can try to target my league, because we win most years. Okay, then, but how come we go far in majority of the Champions Leagues compared to English sides? At least PSG more recently, but with us over history. Bro, we played Real Madrid the most times in history. Go check. 27 times or 28 times. Like, that's crazy. And Baran, you're a Madrid fan. You can back me on this, bro. Like, I'm not even lying to you. You know what I mean? Like, this is some real shit I'm talking about right here. Some real legendary shit that I'm talking about. Yeah? So, come on now. We can't be doing this. Yeah? And I know Madrid fans will be, but we don't rate Bayern like that, blah, 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 blah. But let's be honest, deep down, when the game comes up, we're like, you know what, we rate you. We just talk shit because you try to involve yourself. So whatever. You know what? I said, what about this decade? This decade, obviously, you played them in Champions League finals, but we played them in latter rounds as well. You know what I mean? You played them in 2 Champions League finals. You've played them in a round 16, a quarter final. I don't think you've played them in a semi-final. But I've played them in 2012 semi-final. I've played them... Actually, no, you said last decade. So we're going to go from 2015 onwards. So 2017, 2018, 24. So we played in 3. If we're talking last decade. But beforehand, it was us. Since 2020, we've made the quarters most years and semi against Madrid. That's not good enough, by the way. I agree with you. If that's your argument, that's not good enough. But that's not the point. The point is in history. In history, we have done better than you have. In footballing history, yeah, as time goes on, we've done better. It's just that recency bias is giving you the argument. That's what it is, bro. Because I'll be honest, in recent years, Liverpool in general has been better than us. I'm not gonna cap. In recent years, you have been. Yeah. Even by the way, your Europa League year, you were better than us. We were shit. How we made that semi-final is because we beat Arsenal, bro. Like Arsenal were shit, bro. They were the most overhyped team I've ever seen in my life at the time. Now I can give them more respect. Then Huff. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, yeah, now, listen, I get what you're trying to say, but at the same time, oh, now you were, wait, you were broke? You were broke? I'll be honest.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
According to you, we're broke and we're not broke. So, yeah, nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares.
Since the QSC, the Qatar owners took over, we haven't won the league for too long. We're winning the league. We lost the league to Lille. We lost the league to Monaco as well. But if you take the example of the Serie A, for example, you have a different winner every year.
Okay.
So there's no competition like before, in my opinion.
Right.
It's not as entertaining as before.
Well, thank you very much. You've made my point for me. I'll walk. I've
Okay.
made all my points.
Jump away. If Rory's happy with that, we've still got around just under 3 minutes.
Stuart, I'm not gonna lie. That was. I want to hear it back. That was kind of a stinker. We're gonna hear it back, guys.
QST, the Qatar owners took over. We haven't won the league for too long. We're winning the league. We lost the league to Lille. We lost the league to Monaco as well. But if you take the example of the Serie A, for example, you have a different winner every year.
Okay.
So there's no competition like before, in my opinion.
Right.
It's not as entertaining as before.
Well, thank you very much. You've made my point for me. I'll walk. I've made all my points.
Jump away.
I mean, I think he was misunderstood in that, though, Rory. I think he was misunderstood. He was talking about Serie A. He's trying to say that Serie A have competition in terms of winners, but I think he was trying to say the football isn't the best, so like in the eye, so people don't like it. I think that's what he tried to say. But Stuart, the way you delivered that whole statement, I'm not gonna lie, stinker. But otherwise, very good, man. Very good.
If Rory's happy with that, we've still got around just under 3 minutes left. 3, 2, 1.
Who's this fan?
Aaron, welcome, my friend. Please, not too long left.
Can I just say, Qatar versus Saudi? Oh, we are here for this. MBS FC versus Amir Jassim FC, bro. You get me? Let's go. We love to see this.
Against Saudi Arabia.
Jump in.
No, I still actually don't get your main point, because the Farmers League means that it's the worst league in terms of the quality.
Farmers League means all other leagues that different from the Premier League are considered Farmers League. You consider the Bundesliga, by the English fans in general. If you talk to them about Bundesliga, they will say it's Bayern Munich winning over.
By the way, before I continue, I meant to say Hamed Thani. So it's Mohammed bin Salman versus Hamed Thani. But my bad.
And over again, it's a Farmers League. That means there's no competition, there's no good players, there's no this and that. The Premier League is the best league in the world. You talk about the Serie A, they will tell you it's a Farmers League. You talk about La Liga, potentially La Liga, they will tell you it's either Bayern Munich, Real Madrid or Barcelona winning year in, year out. So you talk about the Farmers League as not being the worst league in the world, but as being one of the less competitive league in the world.
But how can you say it's less competitive?
Because the Premier League is all about Man City these days. Let's be honest.
But we all know that's not true.
Yeah, it is. It is.
At the start of the season, did you know who was going to win the Premier League?
But it's not.
At the start of the season, did you know who was going to win Liga?
But who end up winning?
Did you know who was going to win Bundesliga?
No, you're not.
And by the way, that's an irrelevant point, because at the end of the day, history says Man City won this. By the way, I'm going to put this to perspective, okay? Let's say I haven't been a football fan and I became a football fan right now, okay? And I see that in the last decade, Man City won 8 Premier Leagues. Isn't that a worrying sign? Like, chat, honest question. Isn't that a worrying sign? Like, I'm looking at it, and then I watch the football on top of that, and I'm like, damn, that shit's boring, and it's actually not as competitive as people make out, because I've seen Man City win so many times. Like, look at it in that perspective, because I feel like fans are looking at it in a perspective of their footballing nerds. You get what I mean? Look at it in the perspective of a new fan. Like, that's fucking abysmal. Okay, you have a brain though, so it is what it is. So yeah, whatever. Anyway, back to this. Why can't it start?
Well, you don't know. You want to talk
You
about.
don't
You
know
want to
that
talk.
Bayern Munich are gonna win
You want to
Bundesliga
talk about.
season.
You want to talk about the table in the Ligue 1. The point difference between Marseille and us is like 3 points.
And
So
you
it's
think
nothing.
realistically Marseille are going to win the league?
Why not? Why not?
And who else?
Well, you have Lille. You have Monaco as well. They're doing well.
I think
and
if
we
you're talking
lost.
about- if
We
you're
lost
talking
the
about-
Lille.
if
We
you're
lost the
talking
league. The league to Lille and Monaco when we had the Qatar.
If you're talking
owners
about
as well.
Farmers League, we're talking about the quality of the league from
quality
top
of
to bottom.
football, yes,
Yeah, and the
yes.
quality of football. You have a variety of different managers playing different styles of
Yeah.
play. You have all the top players
Okay.
wanting to go to the Premier League. So there's no chance that you can call it a Farmers
Mhm.
League above European leagues.
If Newcastle was to play in the Serie A in Italy or in La Liga in Spain or in the French league, do you think like you're gonna smash everyone in that league?
Is Eddie Howe coming with us?
That's a good question.
You know what I mean? So
If he wants to move there, then maybe.
do you think you're better than Inter Milan? Do you think you're better than Juve? Do you think you're better
No one's-
than
no one's
PSG? Do you
saying
think
that.
you're better than Barcelona?
No one's
Real
saying that.
Madrid?
If you're,
no,
if you're
because
talking about the top,
By the way, I want this guy to know, yes, yes, Newcastle beat PSG years ago, but they lost to Borussia Dortmund, a Bundesliga team, by the way, that made the Champions League final that same season in the group stage, that same group that these guys were in with Dortmund and AC Milan. Also, Newcastle just lost to FC Barcelona a few weeks ago. So now what? I'm just saying.
clubs.
The
there's-
top players in
there's
Europe.
great clubs in every league.
Okay.
But Farmers League is going to be about the
Real
quality
Madrid,
of the opposition from
Barcelona,
top to bottom.
Inter Milan, Juve is slightly difficult these days, but most of the European clubs can finish top 3 in the Premier League.
We're done. We're done. That is 10 minutes. Well debated, guys.
That's good.
Really, really.
Sure was pretty good. However, I did not like that last statement, the way he delivered it with Rory. That was not the best. Like, he made Rory pull off a blinder, bro. He made him look like he pulled off a blinder. Like, come on, man. But other than that, he did very good. Did very good, man. Represented the anti-Premier League very well.
Good, really strong. Stuart, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Just quickly, I've sent everyone away for another break, but
Oh my God, fuck the ad. Oh, we got Liam next. We got Liam next, guys. Stay tuned. Liam is here, guys. Liam is here.
it means absolute world to me, and it's great for the algorithm. We all know about that stuff. Like the video as well. Leave a comment on how you think everybody is going so
we got
far.
Liam next.
Now, back to the video.
Hi, my name's Liam, the Bayern View, support Bayern Munich, and my debate is the Premier League isn't the best, it's just the richest.
Okay.
The Premier League isn't the best, it's just the richest. Liam, I like that statement. My brother, my G, that statement, top notch. Top notch statement. Now it's about you backing it up, brother. Back it up, man. I'm backing you. I'm giving my hopes, my faith in you. I need you to cook all these Prem frauds. Come on, G. You got this. Come on, man.
Premier League isn't the best, it's just the richest. If you would like to come and debate that in 3, 2...
Oh, shit, he's wearing the Thomas Muller shirt. This guy, brother, if I bought a Thomas Muller shirt, like I did, by the way, you can see, I've not worn it once. I've left it there. Why is brother wearing a Muller shirt, bro? You should be framing that. Come on, G. What are we doing here? Come on, man. Oh, God.
1, come to the stand.
Sunderland fan. Interesting. Interesting, guys.
Okay. Quickly, is this counting down?
I can't tell. Don't think so.
No,
it's not. There we go. Without further ado, go.
Right, I know how lethal these yellow cards are, so I'm going to put all my counterpoints out, and then you just address them afterwards, however you want. Firstly, if you look at the most expensive transfers in the history of football, I think top 10, 3 of those are from Premier League teams, 5 from La Liga, 2 from PSG. So in terms of the top team spending the top money, the Premier League's not necessarily dominating that. Second of all, if the Premier League is not the best league, how can find me another league where the team who finishes 9th, 3 of their back 4 get handpicked to be the marquee defensive signings of 3 of the top teams in the world. Bournemouth, Dean Howson's gone to Real Madrid, Kirk has gone to Liverpool, Zidane gone to PSG. I feel like you don't see that.
Pacho went to PSG, no? Pacho went to PSG. What other centre back I can name? Antonio Rudiger, by the way, he joined Chelsea from AS Roma. Yeah, and by the way, that same Antonio Rudiger, you know where he was? At VfB Stuttgart. I'm just saying, guys. Hey, wasn't Saliba out of League One club? Van Dijk, where was he? I know he was at Southampton, and Celtic, but surely he was in some Dutch team. No? No? And Ruben Diaz, where was he? Portuguese league. Interesting. I just named a few. So, yeah. By the way, another one, Gabriel was in Ligue 1. Go check. You can't do this with me, brothers. You can't do this with me.
Overall quality up and down the league in any other of the top 5 leagues. And I think another thing that you have to take into account, I need to find next year to talk about something, obviously. But you look at us, we've come up, yes, we've got money, but it's an ambitious project.
A lot of transfers.
You've attracted a lot of good players, but then you look at another league. Paris FC, for example, they've just come up to Ligue 1. They've got this massive backing from Red Bull. They probably have just as much, if not more money at their disposal than Sunderland do. Are players going to be inclined to go and play for a recently promoted Ligue 1 team, or maybe it's like a Serie A team? They're not, because it's not as good as the Premier League. I feel like, yes, don't get us wrong, it probably is the richest league, but that's because the most quality is on display, and that's why the most money gets generated.
No, I hear you fully, but at the same time, like, you know, look for instance, you just come up and you take Xhaka straight away from one of the better teams in the Bundesliga anyway, which I'm glad, don't get it twisted, but at the same time, that's not the point of this debate. And then I would also say, you know, when you look at Bayern Munich, when we won the Champions League, you know, smashed everyone, and people call it the COVID one, but whatever, it is what it is. We were smashing everyone.
That makes no sense to me. It's still Champions League, Liam. What the fuck? I know he doesn't mean. I know he's saying that's what people say, but fuck them, bro. Fuck them. Fuck's sake, Liam.
Everyone, you know, I would have loved to play Barca again. You know, that would have been amazing. But the team was worth 100 million overall. Where, you know, you could, what was City's team won? You know, when they won it, when they won the treble. You know what I mean? That's where I, you know, my counter argument would go. With that,
He ain't wrong. By the way, you know, I'll add another one to that. You see this club right here? This club had an uttering, shattering stinker of a window because we have cowards in the boardroom, right? And all these Premier League clubs, they're getting players because they have the money to do so, right? But the funny thing is, how are we playing the better football than majority of these clubs? Actually, all of these English clubs. Somebody tell me how come. But anyway, we move.
So, yeah, like with the Premier League again, you get like Leon Bailey went to, I believe, Villa, I believe it was.
Yeah.
You know, loads of our players are built. Look at Marmoush, for instance. You know, what's he done at City since he's been there? Nothing really, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Where he could have come to Bayern, and I think he would have been one of our better players, in my opinion. So,
and I can understand your point, but I feel like the best teams in each division is one conversation, but when you look at the league as a whole, I think that's what makes the Premier League the best. I think if you look at the likes of the bottom end teams in Serie A, bottom end teams in Ligue 1, they would get absolutely whitewashed by every team in the Premier League for the most part. I feel like, unless you feel free to disagree, other than the likes of Como who've come up, they've done quite well for the most part.
Yeah. No, okay.
I feel like
fair, but
you know what? This Sunderland fan isn't really doing as bad as I expected them to do. Fair play to him. However, I would still say that there are some of these teams that would beat some of these Premier League teams. Again, it's a matter of like, what job are they doing during that season? You know, like, I think it's easier to give a Premier League side a chance compared to the opposition of, you know, the anti-Premier League clubs or non-Premier League clubs, because not many people care enough to watch these teams. But once these teams face off and you see the results go the way they go and people get shocked, you're like, yeah, no wonder, because one team is shit, the other one's playing better than them. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? Like, that would be my argument personally. Like, it depends on how good and shit you are. And in certain cases, certain Premier League teams wouldn't play as good or represent England as good as others would represent their countries. It's just that simple.
But at the same time, would there not be more Champions Leagues in England then, if that was the case?
But we were talking about this before. There's been more in the last however long. There's been more different Premier League winners than there has any other league.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. I just think, you know, even with the Serie A, that was the main league. You know what I mean? And now, you know, it's not. It's terrible. It's absolutely diabolical, to be quite honest with you. So
exactly. So there we go. We're talking about these top leagues being bad.
Fully. But I mean,
that is why the Premier League is the best.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Liam. You could have done a little bit better, bro. You could have done a little bit better, and I can tell that you're nervous as fuck. Now I see what you mean when you're saying you were scared shitless or nervous shitless. Fuck. Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie, Liam. You didn't do bad, but bro, you could have done a bit better. G. You could have done a bit better against that Sunderland fan. That Sunderland fan actually didn't do bad. I have to give credit where it's due. He's hella passive. That's the problem. You see, like Stuart, for example, and Luca. Yeah, man. Liam, he needs to give the energy that he gives on Bayern View and on my channel and all that. He needs to bring the energy towards them, bro. Nah, Liam, man. Come on, man. Nah, man. I get you trying to be respectful, but bro, fuck. Listen, there's still ways in being aggressive and respectful at the same time, innit?
I see that, but with all of the money, like look at the 50+1 in the Bundesliga. You know what I mean? We can't have, you know, sheikhs or whatever coming over and.
Okay, well done, Pazik. Nicely done. We've got just over 6 minutes left to argue this.
I have to be honest, Sunderland fan, he actually done well. You know what I mean? Did Luca 20v1 bro, he already did it though. We already watched it. But anyway, let's continue.
Same point that actually the Premier League isn't the best, it's just the richest. 3, 2, 1. Who else would like to come to the table? Alex, welcome. Go ahead.
So, I'm ready to talk about it. With the Premier League, it's one of those leagues where like you can be a really good team that spends a load of money and you might not even get Champions League football. Okay. You know, you've got 6 teams that are competing for those 4 spaces. You've got Newcastle, you've got Aston Villa that are good sides, Forest were in the race. And if you look at some of the teams that finished, you know, mid-table, Crystal Palace, I think, could finish much higher in another league. I think you've got the likes of, as I mentioned earlier, Bournemouth that came 9th, and half their backline was picked for top sides. I think
again, that depends on what business is being done with the other European clubs and this so-called English club. Because, by the way, would these clubs be getting as much of a backing with the rules and regulations as they do in England? That's something we also have to consider, you know? Like, by the way, in the Bayern case, right? Would these teams beat Bayern? No, they wouldn't. Why? Because the mentality is not the same as ours. You get what I mean? Like, the way I see it is, what are you doing in the football pitch and what are you doing in the behind the scenes, like in the boardroom, that makes you, you know, great or better than the other teams? Or as good even, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I view it. So when she brings up that point, sure, if they were to keep up with the regulations of that said league. You get me? Man said, who let Opa fan be our representative? They need sanction these lot. Lewis, maybe you and I need to go represent, man. Oh my God, bro. If it was me and you, Lewis, would be saying this, bro.
Got sent off. Man did baby giraffe. Collapsed. Oh, but he was pushed. The Saka was choked. Nobody cares, bruv.
That's how me and Lewis would be moving, man. But where is the Liam that like chats shit week in, week out, day in, day? Where is that Cornwallis? Instead, we got the cowardice version of him, bro. Liam, if you're watching this, from the bottom of my heart, I need you to be braver, because right now you're moving like a coward, bro. What is this, man? PG Liam. Yeah, bro, this guy's hating PG guys, bro. I don't want to ever hear him hate on Cody Rhodes ever again. Yeah? No wonder he's a John Cena fan. Don't get it twisted. I like John Cena. I like myself a John Cena. However, to say he's the GOAT, I mean, hey, listen, speaks volumes. Lewis would agree with me 100%. Liam, Come on, man. What's you need to do better, bro. Interesting topic, though.
If you brought a lot of the stronger Premier League sides into, not even the stronger Premier League sides, the mid-table Premier League sides into the Bundesliga or into Ligue 1, I think they're in that Champions League race. And I think in the Premier League this season, you have to be at the top of your game. You have to be at the top of your game. Like we're talking about Chelsea, Arsenal, City, Liverpool being the favourites for the title, being the top four. But they've got to be at the top of their game because, Spurs are improving. I know Newcastle and Villa haven't had the best starts of the season, but they're good sides. And, Manchester United's expectation is to be there when we're nowhere near right now. But there's 6 massive clubs. And I feel like that no other league has 6 huge clubs in their league.
Okay. Well, with Newcastle, again, there's the money comes straight into it. I believe Villa have got some money behind them as well. And I obviously mentioned earlier about them getting Diaby, so again, similar to the other fan. My personal opinion is, with it being the richest league, of course you're gonna, get some players in, maybe not the best players, but like Harry Kane left that league. Okay, cool, he was at Tottenham, but he left that league to go and win a trophy, to go and win. We got the
Damn, look at these Spurs fans in the background. Oh, man, it's up. They're like, oh my God, why are you bringing us into the conversation? Oh my God, these Spurs. Hey, listen. What the camera side that is. Oh my God. Hey, listen, if I'm a Spurs fan, this is exactly what
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm! Wait. Everybody just calm down!
Hey, listen. Listen, man. Listen. Oh my God. You are the richest league. You go to where you get paid the most. This proves the point. League. Well, I mean, yeah, you are but he's saying it's the richest league, not the best league. So, and again, how are you viewing like the richest league is the best league? That's not how I view it, but whatever. Anyway, but that's funny. Hey, listen, you guys can be Bayern fans yourselves. I know you want Bayern to win trophies for Harry Kane. I know you liked it when Dyer joined us. I hope you're enjoying Matisse Tell and Palinian, right? So, bro, you're welcome to being Bayern fans, man. If you're not happy being a Spurs, Bayern's always welcoming. You know what I mean? Yeah, sub me on, bro. I'd cook. Sub me. Even though if I'm nervous, I don't give a fuck, bro. Just let everything loose. Let everything loose.
Bundesliga, and now we're pushing on.
He was also priced out by Levy, I think. If you move to another Premier League side, I think he would have added another 30, 40 million.
Okay, so what about Michael Olise then?
Again, I think it was a Newcastle Bayern. He did go to Bayern because Bayern were in the Champions League and he wants to win trophies. But I think, when it comes to the top Prem sides, normally they do pick a Liverpool over a Bayern Munich. Not every scenario. Okay. Like a lot of the German players.
Why? Why did we have to go there? Are you trying to throw shades at us because of Florian Wirtz? Is that what you're trying to do? How's that going for him, by the way? Yeah? And by the way, back in the day, they'd pick Bayern over these clubs, but okay. But we used to take players off Madrid and Barcelona too, by the way. Yeah, they would take their leftovers and turn them into gold.
Will stay in Germany, apart from obviously Wirtz recently.
Yeah.
But I think that's that pull to the Premier League because I think one of the reasons it's the richest is because it's the most watched. It's there's so many fans of the Premier League, and I think obviously it being like English, you've got all the American people and all the people that speak English that watch it, but it's got such a large following, which has allowed it to make so much money through sponsorships and everything to make it the richest. And also, like, one thing the Premier League has, and actually to be fair, Bundesliga has this as well, is where some of the smaller teams have such loyal fan bases all the way through the football tiers, and I think that sort of makes it like bigger and more profitable because there's fans going to the stadium, investing in their sides, and I think a lot of people want to come to the league.
Yeah, but that's why we have the most fan memberships, but nobody wants to talk about that. That's why when people bring up fan bases, I'm like, what? We have fans in America, fans in Asia. Yeah, now not as many in the Middle East, I have to be honest. In the Middle East, there's like myself, a few. You know what I mean? And there's a decent amount, but it's not like as heavy as the La Liga, Premier League, and to some extent even Serie A, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, yeah, Man said cringe Bayern fan. You talk about me or Liam? Either way, the fact that you called one of us cringe is crazy work. You're hiding behind the Cunha image, by the way. Can we talk about you called yourself Cunha 10 and you're hiding behind that? Mad work. You know what I mean? I mean, at least when this guy has, who does Baran have a picture of? I'm gonna just click on Baran because is that Brahim Diaz? Is that Brahim Diaz? I don't want to butcher it. No, oh no, it's Franco Mastantuono. So he has Franco Mastantuono there, but at least he's called Baran, bro. At least I know who he is. Yeah, Mastantuono. I just double checked. I'm very sorry, bro. It's not as clear. You know what I mean? So like when you say cringe Bayern fan, the cringe one is the one that's hiding behind the guy who they jack off to day in, day out. So, hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
For the passion of the fans and obviously how big it is as a platform.
Would you not say though, with the money that it has and is allowed to spend, you know, a Premier League club, if I'm right by saying, can stay in the league and get 100 million straight away, for staying up. Where if you know a Bundesliga team, a Serie A team, you know Juventus for instance, you know they've got Vlahovic, you know, that I actually think he's the highest paid player in that whole league. You know, and that's where again money comes into it. So I think because it's the richest, they can offer those wages.
Yeah, but I think it's the richest because it is the most watched, because it has some of the best players and some of the biggest teams and some of the biggest talents. It's like
no, it's the most watched because it's marketed the best. Alice, I'm sorry, stinker. Like you try to be slick, but it's not how it works. Yeah, it's the most watched because it's the best promoted. Get that straight. Yeah. Some of these players, they make them look like they're world beaters, and when you watch them and you watch how they play, like, oh my days. Like, there are good players, but amazing, legendary, Ballon d'Or winning, yeah, allow it, man.
It's the richest and it's also the best, and obviously that goes together. But I think there's a point where, you know, there's Barcelona, there's Real Madrid, they'll give out some crazy wages. Barcelona have had to obviously lower down their wage bill. It's obviously, in general, the Premier League's the richest, but Barcelona and Real Madrid can match the wages that Man United and City offer. Juventus in the past have done it. I think Vlahovic is on like over 300 grand a week or something. Like, it's not just the Premier League that can hand out those wages. Other big clubs can too. I think the Premier League just have more big clubs. Like a 13th place team in the Premier League can spend a lot more money than a 13th place team in like La Liga, for example.
Okay, I'm with you, but at the same time, like with some of the, would you not say some of the Spanish teams they play better football?
I mean, you can say that, like they're more technical and on the eye, better football, but at the end of the day, I think a lot of mid-table Spanish teams could come to the Premier League and probably get relegated because of the physicality.
Okay, we've got about a minute and a half. Alice, well done, my friend, well done. We've got a minute and 30 seconds.
Alice tried being slick, but she ain't that woman. I'll be real. She ain't that. Like, she didn't do bad against, who was it? She was arguing with Luca or with Stuart. That wasn't bad. With Liam, yeah, I'll be real. She didn't do the best. She didn't do the best. What do you mean, huh? What are you saying her for? Anyway.
Seconds or so in order to finish this debate. Would anybody else like to take the seat in 3, 2, 1? Well done. Okay, welcome. He took Elise. Let him have it.
Oh, okay. Crystal Palace fan. Yeah, listen, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard. Everyone's laughing, by the way, but it's true because everybody's heard it too. Everyone heard it, right? They look at everyone's like, yeah, big piece of dog shit.
This is the Ulisse derby. This is the Ulisse derby, guys. Palace versus Bayern. Hey, it might be gay derby too. Who knows? Just saying.
I think we're straying away from your actual argument, which was the Premier League isn't the best league; it's just the richest. Firstly, I want to ask: do you think that the Bundesliga is better than the Premier League?
Yes.
In what way? Because from my perspective, Bayern Munich can kind of handpick all of the best players in the league.
I totally disagree.
But look how many players they've signed from Dortmund. I mean, and then they win
from
the league.
Dortmund. I'm glad you went with that because Dortmund are actually the team that's taken the most Bundesliga players. Look at it this.
This is the Liam I was looking for. Get your facts straight, motherfuckers. Yeah? Borussia Dortmund. You know, the club that I troll every single week saying, who the fuck is Dortmund? Yeah? They are the club that taken more Bundesliga talent than us. So what argument do you have next?
What argument do you have next? Go on, man. What argument do you have next?
Season Verts, for instance, went to Liverpool. Nick Voddermaid went to Newcastle, and they all priced us out. So we have to now go with Premier League players, bringing them in.
But then your argument about Harry Kane going to the Bundesliga to win a trophy,
yeah,
do you not think that kind of dismisses what you're saying, because he's left the Premier League and he's gone to the Bundesliga because it's easier for him to win a trophy there?
No, I wouldn't.
Because he scored hatfuls of goals every season for Spurs, but wasn't able to win.
Full time. Well debated, everybody.
I can't lie. Liam cooked in the end. Liam cooked in the end, though. Liam, shaky start, but we'll give you the ending, brother. You actually put that brother in a trap in the end with that whole Borussia Dortmund thing. Liam, I thank you for your services, my friend. However, I think Lewis and I would do a better job. Hell, maybe even Hukage would do a job. Who knows? Maybe Danny from Always Bayern Chelsea. Hell, maybe George. Who the hell knows, bro? I actually don't know. My point is, we need more enthusiasm, brother. Yeah, you approached it with some nerves, oozing in your body. We did not need that, bro. We needed confidence, bro. Confidence, man. Come on, man. What was that? What was that? Come on, man. I thought you could have done better, but you've done okay. Let's be fair. Get this mark out of my sight. I said, bro, perform like Cooper. Oh no, Liam's gonna watch this and he'll be like, "Fuck these guys." Oh God. You know what? Oh my days, man. Oh my days. Hey Lewis, if you're able to join, I need you to. We need to analyze Liam's performance. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna send you the link. If you can join, bro. We need to analyze this performance. Yeah, we need Lewis's analytics. The analytics of Lewis rambling himself. All right, Lewis, just keep the link to you though, if you don't mind. We need this. We need this analyzation of the performance. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we need, bro. Yeah, Lewis, join, bro. Anyway, this man said, give me a sec. I say less. All right, let's see what's up.
Buddy, smashed it. Congratulations.
My name's Alistair. I support Portsmouth, and my argument is the
Portsmouth. Shit, man. Man said Portsmouth. Fuck. Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Fairs.
Premier League is no longer fit for purpose and needs change to suit its fans.
Okay, so it's about the fans.
You know what? That's interesting. Because I've heard some Premier League fans complain about this.
In this one. 3, 2, 1. Let's see. Okay, welcome. Again, the clock. Might have to get a refund, lads. Not going to lie. Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
What does his brother support again?
£180. 180 quid.
Wow.
Go.
What do you mean by that?
I think the Premier League experience for a fan, and albeit we've not been in the Premier League for some time, but I think the Premier League for the experience for match-going fans, for fans watching on the TV, has gotten worse over the last 5 to 10 years. It's become very, very expensive. Ticket prices, travel costs, food and drink costs, and then.
By the way, the fact that Seb is nodding yes, you know what's up. You know what's up.
It costs to watch it on TV with the various broadcast subscriptions you now need. So I think the Premier League is moving away from its loyal and core fan base that helped to build it, really. When it was introduced in 1992, it changed football forever, and football needed to move on. Whereas now, yes, the Premier League is a global product and caters to a global audience and wants to reach out to markets, and I think that's a good thing. But I think the core groups of supporters have been left behind. You know, things like the Super League, they didn't happen by accident. They happened because the ecosystem of football allowed it to happen. You know, these owners of the big 6 clubs were more than happy to walk away from the entire league and create a closed shop. You know, that's you know, it was a shocking. It was
true. That is true. But the more dumb decisions that's being made, to be fair to the Premier League clubs, the more they're likely they're going to do it, though. Not because obviously the way the Premier League is moving, it's moving like a super league of its own. Like, that's the problem. Like, I get what he's saying, though. Like, the fact, like, he's talking in a logistic perspective. Like, the way that these men are getting charged over there is not. Bro, Liam talks about it all the time. It's crazy. So, yeah, man. I hear his point, but you also should not really be shocked. You know what I mean?
Billed as a shocking decision, but to me, it wasn't that shocking because it was, you know, it was caused by modern football for me. So I think the relationship between the Premier League and its core fans needs to improve.
There's not much that, I say not much, but there's only certain things.
Oh, he's a Brentford fan. No, fair enough. Fair enough.
Things that, like, the FA and the Premier League can do when it comes to ticket costs and blah, blah, blah. Like, money's going up everywhere. Everything's becoming more expensive. That's not just a Premier League specific thing. But, like, the match day experience and all that, I mean, we've been in the Premier League. This is our 5th season now, Brentford, and it's still like, every time you go, you're like, oh my God, it's like the Premier League. It doesn't get lost on the fans. So I don't know what you mean about, like, I
don't so much agree with the fact that the Premier League needs abolishing or think that it's a bad thing altogether. But I think Brentford probably a good example because you've moved to another stadium and it's been a great journey for you. But you could list other clubs where they've moved to other stadiums, got bigger, and it's not worked. You know, West Ham, most of them would probably go back to Upton Park.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Arsenal's moved from Highbury to the Emirates, hasn't led to a trophy yet, apart from some FA Cups. And you know, Tottenham have moved to their big stadium now. Most of them probably prefer the old White Hart Lane. You know, that's not a coincidence now. I read a lot of discourse on...
These Spurs fans are nodding, so you know what that means.
On X about, you know, the fact that Premier League fans feel that their in-stadium match experience has gotten worse. You know, it's gotten quieter. I think it's caused a little bit by the pandemic where fans were returning to football after so long. And as someone who's spent a lot of years in the EFL now, we've been around the country to a lot of smaller clubs. And you experience non-league and lower league football, and it's just such a different game, and the relationship and the connection the fans have with the team and the club is just so much closer and better.
I mean, sorry, on the point of Arsenal, you've got to remember they've come second 3 times in a row, which is a huge achievement for them, obviously. It's a trophy in itself.
They've put the pressure on. They've put the pressure on
for sure. But, you know, like, how would you change it? How would you change the match day experience for like a Premier League goer? Like,
some things are happening already. So the £30 away ticket cap is a great initiative.
No, agreed.
And that works very well. But you then look at the costs that clubs are quite willingly happy to put on home clubs for one match ticket.
Sorry. You are off, my friend. Well debated, though. Really interesting, this. Really, really interesting.
I'm not gonna lie. I hear the point of the Portsmouth fan. Sorry for mispronouncing that club's name.
Congratulations, Rory and Arsenal getting a little stray in there. Appreciated. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Take the ground.
Oh,
Ollie,
Palestine.
welcome.
Thanks. Good to be here.
Appreciate it. Turn up late.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I love the content he does on TikTok, so big up to him.
I've been lucky enough to go to Palace for basically my whole life, and this experience of going to a game, it definitely hasn't got worse, I don't think. I mean, Palace is maybe not a great example because our stadium isn't exactly like state of the art. But ultimately, like, what can be done other than lowering prices, which obviously I think is an easy answer that everyone would agree with. Like, what else can you do to improve the experience? Because ultimately, Premier League stadiums are still selling out every week, and I agree that as a result, fans are being priced out. But if people are willing to pay that money, Premier League clubs have no incentive to not charge that. And like, even, you know, Palace fans who often moan about ticket prices and the cost of season tickets and going to away games, they still go to every single one. Like, it's not stopping fans going. I think ultimately, as long as fans are going, it's hard to argue for wholesale change.
It's a difficult problem to...
He's not wrong. The more people go, the more they're going to charge, because they'll be thinking, you know what? You're going to buy it anyway. Like I say this all the time. People are gonna buy anyway, so this is gonna milk the shit out of you people. It is what it is. They'll milk the shit out of anyone. Zier, believe it or not, United has lost the most games to Portsmouth. Mad. I did not know that. Man said Scheiße raid. Michael, really, brother? Really? Why are you doing this, bro? Big up to you for the raid, though. But bro, really? Brother, the only team that Shaza is seeing is the one that has to go through this, bro.
Lekker, kom op! Kom op, God! Leg af! Nee, what the fuck? Oh mijn God. Als iemand hier is, clip dit.
Lau, man, your team is fucking last place in the Champions League. Talk about Shiza. Mine's at least top 2, bro. Yeah, 3 points this weekend, though. Yeah, I got 3 points too. And what? Hey, by the way, if you guys want to watch the video, since you guys just rated, it's in the description down below. Liam's channel's in the description. We already reacted to Liam. He did not move the same as he would move on his own channel or on other channels. Usually Liam is like more shameless. He's more out there. This one, he was more passive, unfortunately. Maybe Lewis and I should have represented. I don't know. And I would have posed an interesting question. But then again, whatever. You know what? Mine probably would have been Bayern is bigger than all the Premier League clubs in world football. That probably would have been my take. Bayern is bigger than all English clubs in world football. There you go. That would have been mine.
Football's a very, very unique industry and business where, you know, it's not like a supermarket. If you don't like the supermarket, you go to another one, but you don't go to another football club. So no matter what they charge, if you get to the Champions League or you guys playing in Europe, and you know you're going to be there, you know you want to go. But I think just the league can do more as a whole to look after all of their clubs more. You know what? For so long now, we've seen the three.
Before I continue letting him speak, big up Lewis for jumping in the building.
Yo, big up this Portsmouth fan, man. But continue. By the way, Liam, if you're listening to this, you're a fraud. And we're gonna have to revoke. We're gonna have to revoke your channel license. Yeah, nah.
Give me the subscribers. Give Lewis the subscribers.
Yeah, you can't be a Bundesliga representative moving like Upa, you fraud. You will be dealt with accordingly. But continue. Sorry.
Oh God, Lewis, I couldn't believe how passive he was moving, considering how outspoken he usually is.
I don't want to hear any more Cody Rhodes slander coming out of this man from here on forward. I sanction him from ever talking bad about Cody Rhodes ever again.
Bro, if he wants bad guys in WWE, after this performance, allow it, man. You move like them as well. Fucking
stinker and hook.
By the way, my take before you joined, I was saying, my take would have been Bayern bigger than all English clubs in Europe.
That would have been beautiful because like half the circle.
You know how I argue about that, bro. So yeah, you know how beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I know where it was. I'll argue with respect, but I will still like show passion, bro. Like what is this? But okay, yes. I know the word that you mentioned.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn on my camera. Look, all right, you see me?
What?
So, if continue, because I'm just going to be shameless.
No. I want to hear this. I want to see F chat.
If I was Liam, the moment she would have said something, and if I would have lost the argument, it would have been a super kick. That's the minimum you have to do. That is the minimum you need to do in arguments. No. Listen, if he wants to act like a heel in his channel, he needs to do it in real life as well. So the super kick party.
You know what? I kind of hear that.
I'm not trying to hear that. By the way,
I would not super kick, but I would verbally speak. Put it that way.
Yeah, but like almost half of this group that we're seeing, that they're a bunch of marks.
To be honest, the Juve fan and the Paris Saint-Germain fan, big up. However, the PSG fan,
they cooked.
Stuart nearly fucked himself over. I think Luka cooked the most.
Yeah, he did. He so far he's my favorite out of everybody.
Yeah, big up Luka, man. Big up Luka. Anyway, let's see.
Promoted championship clubs
big up Barry.
Come up and come straight back down, and it's been this ongoing debate of why does this keep happening? You know, you know, they're getting loads of money and it's a great achievement for winning the championship or going up or whatever, but they can't stay there. This year looks like the first year where
there might be
the
some,
three
yeah.
clubs might stay up, and that's brilliant. I think that's better for the league. But I think if you just have the same clubs coming up and the same clubs coming back down, and combining that with the fact that, you know, for the last few years we've not really had a title race. This is the first year where we might actually have a proper title race. It creates a product that has become less enjoyable, in my opinion. You know, when I want to see the promoted clubs come up, I want to see them come up and compete. You know, I don't want to see them come up and just get slapped. And at the top of the table, I think a lot of the games have become quite boring because they all want to cancel each other out.
If I speak,
That's all I needed to hear, bro. That's all I needed to hear. The best games that they have to offer are boring as fuck. Boring. Bro, I guarantee you, our game against PSG will be better than any Premier League game they're going to offer. And we're both farmers teams.
listen, I don't know what to say anymore. Just listen, big up Millwall, big up the championship. It clears the Prem. I'm not gonna explain myself any more than what it needs to be. But that's all I have to say.
Yeah, man. But listen, this Portsmouth man, salute, brother.
I don't want to lose. And I think that's connected to pressure that managers are under now, where a draw is better than not losing. And just sort of, you know, take the point and move on, rather than wanting to go out and win. Whereas I think 10, 15 years ago, teams went for it more. So, yeah.
But I guess that's just like the cycle of sport, though. Like, you talk about the promoted sides as an issue. Like, I agree, but there's always been an issue with hierarchy in the Premier League. Even if the middle of the league and the bottom of the league has been more competitive, the top has broadly stayed the same. But that's the case in every sport. And even you talk about like tactical changes, that's just like that was a pattern previously.
That's why nobody gives a fuck other than Americans. And Lewis will tell you about it firsthand. Like, what? What? And by the way, I actually think basketball, I need to start getting into it because that, to be fair, low-key is more entertaining than most of the football matches we see in the Premier League. I think it's paced.
If you want to see like a shameless fan base, you need to watch the Knicks. They are as
well. I'm not gonna lie. I might get into NBA because, to be fair, basketball is quick paced. Like, I know that for
it's very quick. It's very quick pace, and you get a lot of entertaining matches.
Like, if there was another sport that's ball related, I'd get into his basketball easily basketball.
Yeah, for sure.
Big up the Suns though, because obviously Arizona, represent, even though they're shit. But yeah, whatever. Big up anyway.
Their time will come one day. Jaden, I do agree with you. I felt like when Pep and Klopp were fighting each other with Liverpool and City, that's when the Prem was at its most entertaining, in my opinion.
Yeah, but anyway, back to this
as well. Like when people say like our teams went for it more like 15, 20, 25 years ago, like Mourinho's Chelsea weren't like, playing this all-out expansive football. Like, it's quite funny how that style of football is like really frowned upon, whereas like it's been so effective previously. And ultimately, that's out of the Premier League's control. That's out of the FA's control, how teams want to set up to win games. Ultimately, if you're a fan, like as a fan, what do I want to get out of going to Palace? The football is part of it, definitely. And like, if the football is good, that tends to help. But it's first world problems as a Palace fan, but I went through like the Hodgson years when the football was like diabolical, but the games are still affordable. I still enjoyed the experience of going to the game and, getting pints, legend, and getting food. Like, it's like, what more can you do? Because then ultimately, if you want to improve like fan experience, you can go down like the Americanization route, which like is an immediate red flag in everyone's mind in the UK of like, you can get halftime performers and all this stuff where it's like football,
yeah, that's the only thing that goes against Americans, Lewis. I can't lie. Like those.
That's the reason why I don't watch most US sports anymore. Like, so I used to watch baseball. I can't even, bro.
But in all due respect, I don't know. You used to watch baseball. Baseball in general seems boring as fuck. Again, that's why nobody watches that shit other than Americans.
Right. And even then, like American football can be entertaining, but the fact that there's an ad almost every 2 minutes is just jarring, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Club World Cup just proved nearly all the WWE. We talk about that. Look how many, bro. They've been adding ads recently on PLEs, bro. Fuck off. ESPN, fuck off, man. Anyway,
I don't think the fan experience of football outside of the ticket prices has actually changed much at all in my life. Anyway, like Selhurst Park is basically exactly the same.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be perfect, but I just think the Premier League as a whole has a duty to just do better for its fans. You know, on the whole, the fact that things at games are costing so much now, it is pushing people away, and we do hear stories now of Premier League season ticket holders that are deciding not to renew because it's just getting too expensive. So, and you know, I feel for the football clubs really, to be honest, because it is difficult, and at the end of the day, you do want to look after yourself and make sure that you can be as successful as you can, and if that means charging more money, then that's what they do. But I just worry about the core groups of fan bases at every club are getting pushed out for a number of reasons, and I think the Premier League could take some action in helping to resolve that.
Would you want Portsmouth to be in the Prem?
We've been in it, it was amazing, and I'd love to get back. It would be incredible, but when we got into trouble during the Premier League years, the Premier League didn't help us. You know, we had to rely on fans to save the club, and it was on a knife edge.
What's this? Portsmouth fans saved the VAR check. They were checking on information about this. So it says Portsmouth fans saved the club by launching a fan-led campaign in 2013 that eventually led the Portsmouth supporters trust PST and other fans purchasing the club, preventing its liquidation after it had gone into administration. So are they trying to say he was wrong about this? Anyway, I think they are.
Maybe they're trying to fact check him.
Yeah.
It went to the last hour. So, you know, and it's happening to other clubs now. You look, you know, Luton a couple of seasons ago were in the Premier League. They're now in League One. You know, Bury have gone. You know, you worry about others. These are massive football institutions that the Premier League hasn't protected. But, you know, they've been quite happy to look after Man City. You know, and everything they're going through. They don't seem to be in a hurry to resolve that. But others, they were quite happy to just sort of let go by the wayside.
But I guess that's the, like, money makes the world go round, and ultimately, like, the bigger clubs would argue the Premier League should keep out of it because we're running our club successfully and we don't want the Premier League helping other teams. It's difficult, but back on the fan experience side of things, yeah, as a match-going Premier League fan, I don't have that many complaints, but I'm sure other people would.
Sure.
Great debate, boys. Well done. Smashed it. Alistair, thank you so much.
Listen, he may have come across respectful, but at least he made the points valid throughout the entire thing. So, salute, brother. Salute. Wish Portsmouth the best. Anyway.
Thank you, mate.
Hi, my name's Kush. I support Real Madrid, and I believe Vinicius Jr. is the best winger in football.
3, 2, 1.
Lewis, do you want to speak?
I will say this. If I'm a Madrid fan and I'm walking in here, I'm walking with the most chest. No one in this circle could chat shit to me. That's all I have to say.
Vinicius Jr., best winger in the world. Are we sure about that?
That's AI to me right now. I'm going to ignore what he just said. I'm going to ignore what he just said, but I'm just talking about, like, in general.
At least, I know where his career is coming from, because obviously Vinicius Jr. did help them win Champions League like 1 or 2 years, you know. But one of them helped more. But you know what I mean? It's like, but then again, he did contribute. So I get where he's gonna come from, like with what he's gonna say. I'm just intrigued to see how he debates this, because I'll be honest, best winger in the world, I can name a few that's better than him, like even right now. You know what I mean? But I guess he's talking the last few years. Let's hear how he says. Let's hear.
Go. Okay. Might need a Bayern Munich fan for this one to see if it'll happen.
He can come in. He'll like this.
Go ahead.
Wait. Did Bayern Munich fan want to come in? Did Liam want to go in on this one?
Here we go. This fraud wants to join in at any second.
Yeah, as a match-going Premier League fan,
I believe Vinicius Jr. is the best winger in football.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, might need a Bayern Munich fan for this one to see who will happen.
He can come in. He'll like.
Oh, see, he wanted to go in.
This guy's such a fraud.
Yeah, for fun, I figured when he said, because we know how Liam hates Vinny. Oh no. Oh, Liam wanted to be the debater in this, but he's not a Prem fan, bro. He's anti-Premier League. Stick to being anti-Premier League. You know what I mean? Plus, if we argue about Vinny, we say Kimmich got.
You want to know what the problem with Cornwallis though is here? He saw the Madrid kid and he saw red. There's no thought process.
He didn't see white. He saw red.
Yeah. He just saw red. There's no thought process behind that.
Yeah. Listen, I get your point, but Ali doesn't really play as an out-and-out winger, though. He plays as a 10-2, as pure winger. But the thing is, if whenever he does play as a winger, he does play as a pure one, though. He plays more as a pure winger than Salah. You know what I mean?
That Madrid fan's more humble than me. Because if I was him, I would have been doing this.
I'm not gonna lie. If this was football carnage, he would bring all the energy and smoke into this, bro. He's probably bring all the energy and smoke into the chaos show right now, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So with Liam. And listen, I mean, he could have done better, bro.
Listen, he's getting sanctioned, AK. Don't you worry.
Lewis and I, we are sanctioning this fraud.
Yeah.
And eventually we're gonna interrogate the motherfucker. That's exactly
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he would definitely cook. He would, bro. He's probably cooking in Chaos Show, and I don't even know what's going on over there, bro. I was supposed to be watching. Then I saw this happen. I'm like, bro, I need to do this. Yeah, this is more important than any puta and Madrid scum. Anyway, speaking of Madrid scums, go on, because I ain't got much time, Lewis. So go on quick.
No. I want you to play this video. I need to see the rest of this.
Okay, go on.
Go ahead. Whenever
Michael Elise, thoughts? I mean, he is a better footballer, technically, than Vinicius Junior.
I believe goals and assists matter more.
I know where he's going with this. Hey, big up the Palace fan for backing our baller, by the way. Big up to him, bro. Yeah?
But look at the numbers that Elise's put up.
But Vinicius Junior has scored more important goals in Champions Leagues, and he was obviously should have won the Ballon d'Or.
Elise's played for a Champions League club for 1 year. 1 year. So obviously Vinicius is going to have bigger goals and bigger moments.
Palace fan, I love what I'm hearing. I'm hearing, bro.
Nah, yo, big up Baron, bro. Said
this fucking with the mullet. Hey, listen, big up to the guy with the mullet, though. He's cooking. That's all I give a fuck about. You know what I mean? And by the way, can I just say, that's one season he had a better season than Vinicius Jr. Let's talk about it. By the way. He's having a better season than Vinicius Jr. as well right now. Can we talk about it as well? No? Olise's mid-performance is better than all the shit performances that fucker brought up anyway. That fraud. Saudi is still calling despite your good Classico. Absolute fraud.
Yeah, but I would argue that even if Olise plays the same amount of games as Vinicius Jr. has in the Champions League, he will not outperform Vinicius Jr.
Okay, I mean, that is a matter of we'll have to wait and see. But Michael Elise is a better technical footballer than Vinicius Jr.
I would argue.
I'm happy to step out.
Are they seriously giving yellow cards for that? Fuck off, you GA merchants. Oh my, fuck off. Honestly, Luz, you see these people?
You could tell by the looks these guys are
merchants, bro.
These are the guys that do the yeet and the yeah and every WWE.
I know the yeah, bro.
Yeah,
but I get your point, bro. I know what you mean. Like
come on, bro.
They were not. They'll use that as like a reason to back their guy when realistically, like they don't have anything else. But I mean, listen, with Jey Uso, I agree with you. With LA Knight, don't. But you get the point. Like it's just.
Yeah. No. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just. It is jarring, Lewis. It is, man. I don't know what else to tell you, G. I don't know what else to tell you. But let's continue, guys.
I'm happy to stay. Go on. Sorry, I was away with the fairies there. Fair play. Well, then, we still have quite a bit of time left on the timer. If anyone else would like to argue the point. 3, 2, 1. Take the seat. Okay, here we go. Mons, welcome.
Oh, Mons, interesting.
Go crazy.
Well, we have a Ballon d'Or winner that is technically a winger, and he's played for the club that is rival with yours, called Osman Dembele. Why? I don't know where you kind of got the Vinicius hype. But yes, he did. He should have, maybe could have. Henry should have won a Ballon d'Or. It's the game's the game. If we're looking at attribute for attribute,
I mean, Ousmane Dembele did win the Ballon d'Or, to be fair, and he did have the best year in 2025. But generally, is he still the best winger? Because he played. I'm gonna be real, Lewis. I don't know if you agree, Chad. I don't know if you agree, but he played as a center forward more than he played as a winger.
Yeah, I felt like his best performance his last season was that center forward.
That's my thing.
Could be wrong, but
listen, don't get it twisted. Listen, I would, if you wanted to make a PSG player comparison, Kvaratskhelia or Doué could be in the mix. I feel like Dembele is more of a center. Don't get it twisted. They all play everywhere. So, like, if you want to put Dembele, it's fine. But I just feel like Dembele wasn't really as much of a winger as he was in years prior. But anyway.
Vinicius Jr. has a great, again, it's the Drogba thing, great in big games, but in the game by game, is he even the best winger in the team?
I would argue yes. Yes, I would argue yes.
I know he's going.
I mean,
Mbappe.
Mbappe. You believe in Vinicius Jr. is better than Mbappe?
I don't believe Mbappe's best position is the wing. I believe it's up front.
Again, that's a La Liga.
I'm not gonna lie. Nah, he's better when he plays off the left than he plays center.
Yeah.
You know what? I am seeing your point now. I am seeing your point. This Madrid fan is moving fraudulent.
You got argument for
So, yeah, different question.
But I believe you look at all the wingers that we've seen. Kvaratskhelia, I guess you don't see the same numbers. Yes, it's not just about output, but if you look at attribute for attribute against shooting, both feet, tenacity, being able to work back, which has been added to his game under different managers, by the way, in different leagues, because he's Napoli and now at PSG. You've got again all-timer Mo Salah, and yes, people are going to argue. You just said output. It's not all about output, but that's another all-timer winger season that will go down in the history books. Vinicius Jr. unfortunately isn't in that conversation now as the only winger to be. He's the best of the best. There's so many good wingers, so many young wingers. Vinicius Jr. just isn't in the conversation. He's not at the top of the numbers list, and he plays for Real Madrid as well. I think if Vinicius Jr. doesn't play for Real Madrid, is his name as big as is it what you think it should be?
Would you not?
I actually agree with Mons on this one. I'm not gonna lie. The Madrid fan he's having an uttering, shattering stinker. I don't know about you, Lou, but that guy's having a stinker, bro.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, I can't lie. Listen, he's not. Listen, he's not wrong, bro. He's not wrong because you see with Vinny. You know what it is with Vinny. With Vinny, don't get it twisted. He's turned up in those few years. Yes.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Does he has what it takes to do it consistently?
I don't think so.
That's the question. And his attitude doesn't help neither, by the way. Don't get it twisted.
Mm-hmm.
If he fixed up his attitude, maybe he works up, it does better, and then maybe the conversation's a bit different. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, the attitude just don't help. It just... And by the way, technically even, I don't think he is the best because there's Lamine Yamal, there's Olise, Doué, Kvaratskhelia. You know? Like, there's still guys... You know what it is? You're going to laugh with what I'm about to say, Lewis. You're going to laugh. But you see Vinicius Jr., this is going to sound like a hot take. In reality, if he was at another club, would be playing like how Luis Diaz is playing at Bayern. It sounds like...
I could see that.
The hit and miss, all that shit.
Yeah. But the fact that I've seen enough of Luis Diaz, I know exactly what you mean.
Exactly. It gives me Luis Diaz vibes. Now, obviously, Vinny has done it at a higher level for like a few years. I'm not taking that away from him. Right. That should be in a conversation. That maybe that's why he's even in the conversation. However, my point is his attitude makes him play like as if at times he's Diaz. At times. No joke.
No.
And by the way, I've said Diaz is actually a baller, but he needs to be more brave. You know what I mean? Is the difference between them two when it comes to them not performing well? Diaz is more of a coward, whereas Vinny is overly brave. There's no balance. There's no in between. You know what I mean? Then that's my thing. But whatever.
Argue the pressure at Real Madrid is higher than of Paris Saint-Germain and Napoli that Kvaratskhelia has played for. Would you not argue that?
I actually do. I believe the pressure is, but that's why I said he's still not the best winger in his own team. That's what goes back to that point.
But again, I believe Mbappe is a striker. Vinicius Junior is, in my opinion, the best left-sided winger in football. I believe. I believe he should have won the Ballon d'Or. Again, if Mohamed Salah's never won the Ballon d'Or, and yeah, that's what I would have said about that.
I just think last point.
Sorry, brother.
Yeah, that's fine.
10 cards are up. That is the majority. Well debated. Well debated. We've still got.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Mont's cooked, guys. Mont's cooked. Wait, who? Mont is wearing number 7. Was he wearing a Diaz shirt? I'm just kidding.
That says what
6.5.
number? 6.5. Glad someone can read because I can't. In 3, 2, 1 to continue the debate. I've never seen Ben. I've never seen Ben move so quickly.
Man, Ben tried moving quick, but it's the Brighton fan that takes over. Wow.
In my life, Matt. Without further ado, mate, go ahead.
Are you on about left winger or just? I was just thinking winger in general, but a better winger plays for literally your rival club, Lamine Yamal, and I think you take Vinicius Junior out of Real Madrid. I don't think the ability translates to any other league, because when things go wrong for him, he throws his toys out the pram.
There is no way you are already saying that Yamal is better than Vinicius Junior.
Easily. Yamal was so
How
much
many
better.
Champions Leagues has Lamine Yamal
Oh, here
won?
we go. Champions. He is 18. He's a child. He is a literal child.
Yeah, but you're.
Man said Champions Leagues. I mean, he had a chance to win it last season, to be fair. Let's not act like he didn't have a chance to win it last season. 2 seasons ago as well, but to be fair, Barca was shit 2 seasons ago. But you get the point, like. I kind of hear where the Madrid fans coming from, but like listen, he's still a child, but then here's the problem. The guy's he played at the highest level last season. That's the problem. Like Barca realistically had a chance to win it last season, though. Like if that Madrid fan doesn't say that, then he's a fraud.
Already saying he's better than Vinicius Junior, which I believe is crazy.
Easily. You look at the things he's done at that age, it's mental.
No. You cannot
It's
compare
inhumane.
Vinicius Junior and Lamine Yamal. A fair argument would be Ousmane Dembele versus Vinicius Junior, but you cannot
Still having
compare
him.
Yamal and Vinicius Junior. That is fair.
Matt, full time,
Fair
mate.
enough.
You're off.
Damn, Brighton fan just got sent off like that. That's mad. Why? Because he used a child excuse? Mad. To be fair, they're not wrong. That's the reason. But I mean, Lamine Yamal and the fans praised him to be that level, so you can't use child as an excuse no more.
Right.
However, I still think Lamine Yamal is better than Vinicius Junior. Just my opinion, but
You're off. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Ben, I'm loving that little sprint.
I made sure I got it this
Jesus.
time. To be fair, you made the same point as I was going to make. But if Vinicius Junior is better than Yamal, where was Vinicius? I hate to say this because it was against Arsenal, but Vinny Junior did nothing in your Champions League knockout games last year. Yamal deserved to be in the final and deserved to win the Champions League based on the performances. He dragged Barcelona to within, like, what was it, a last-minute goal of getting to the final? Like, look at his performances over the 2 legs against Inter, what he did prior to that as well. Vinny did nothing in the Champions League last season.
Okay, fine. For last season in Champions League against Arsenal, I admit the whole team was poor. It cannot just pinpoint Vinicius Junior. Mbappe played bad. Like Jude Bellingham, like so many.
Yeah, of course, but look at what Yamal did at 17 years old to drag Barcelona to that semi-final.
Again, I would argue, of course, Rafinha is more of a direct rival of Vinicius Junior. Would you not argue that Rafinha's had more of an output and was more important than Lamine Yamal? But yet, Rafinha's name doesn't get spoken about in the same way.
Rafinha is an excellent player, but Rafinha benefits a lot of the time off of the space that he is afforded by Yamal, attracting so many players around him, taking them on, taking players out of games. And that's why I think Rashford will go to Barcelona and do really well, because Yamal has this gravity around him where he can just attract so many players like Messi did. Kind of had that same sort of orbit where players would just flock to him and leave space for other players. So, of course, Rafinha is probably going to thrive more in that team from an output point of view. But a lot of it, Yamal is the facilitator for so much of that.
And I would argue with you. Obviously, last season, obviously take last season out of the equation. Would you not argue that Vinicius Junior, his output and his importance in the Champions League has been more than what Lamine Yamal did last season? Because Vinicius Junior has obviously you can't say because of.
I mean, yes, true. I mean, Vinny did win them the Champions League. That's fine, no problem.
Right.
But let's be honest. Lamine Yamal, you know what it is? I think if Barcelona did not fumble, and I know it's all if buts and maybes, but if Barcelona didn't fumble in the last minute or two for Acerbi's goal, we'd be having a different conversation.
Right. I just want to highlight two things. The first is nitpicking the Arsenal game, which sure you can, but if you're gonna pick that and not talk about all of Vinny's other games where he's performed very well for Madrid, that really doesn't make any sense.
I am agreeing that Vinny can be in the conversation. That's fine.
Right.
He's the best is where I have an issue.
Right. The other thing for me is that this fan's making it sound like they dragged to get to the semifinal. But let's be honest, Barcelona had the easiest route to the final last season.
Yeah, but let's not act like Lamine Yamal didn't drag them in that semifinal, bro. I know Rafinha scored hella goals, but without Lamine Yamal, Rafinha doesn't get them goals. Lewandowski doesn't get, because remember, Lewandowski is not the same at Barca as he was at Bayern.
Oh no, but
that's something we have to keep in mind.
But to say that Yamal was the sole purpose on why they made it to that semifinal, for me, that's not true. That's just not.
Well, I think Lamine Yamal and Pedri did too much, man.
I think they would have won against. I think they would have won against the team.
Listen, you're calling him dogma, but the only reason why he's dogma, listen, by the way, Lewis. The reason why listen, after what happened in Clasico, look.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? What do you mean dogma? That's crazy.
Baby
mad. No.
But the point is, I'm trying to make last season, Lamine Yamal was more grounded. Now, he's getting way too giddy for his boots. That's the problem.
I agree. Yeah, that I agree.
It's more of an people need to understand the mental aspect is the most important thing I look at in a footballer, bro. You know, one thing I'll give Jude Bellingham, whether I rate him or not, at least he has the mentality. You know,
right?
And that's what makes him better than what he looks, because his mentality is top notch, man. I have to give it to him. You get me? As much as I don't really rate him like how Madrid fans do. Oh, yeah.
Obviously, age, right? But I would argue what Vinicius Junior has done for Real Madrid to help us win those Champions Leagues. I don't see Lamine Yamal as having done that yet for Barcelona.
He's just turned 18. Yeah. We are all speculating here, but there's been enough evidence to suggest that Yamal will do that. If he's doing it in his first year, basically playing in Champions League, I know he had game time.
I personally don't see Barcelona winning the Champions League. I don't believe.
Do you see Real Madrid winning the Champions League this season then? And how much of a part do you think Vinny will have to play in that?
Yeah,
because it won't be as much as Mbappe, it won't be as much as Bellingham, it won't be as much as those two are enough to kind of.
I think Vinicius Junior still has levels to improve in his game and to win the Ballon d'Or. I still see him as eventually winning the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, but if you look at Doué now, you look at Yamal, you look at all of those other players that finished ahead of.
Brother, if Real Madrid win that Champions League, we already know Mbappe is winning the Ballon d'Or. So nice try, mate.
Yeah,
nice try,
basically.
Mate. Yeah, nice try.
Vinny in the Ballon d'Or last season. How is he going to surmount that gap?
But it was one season. Look at over the last 5 seasons or 3 seasons. Vinicius Junior has outperformed them.
Yeah, but your point was at the start, Vinicius Junior is the best winger in the world.
Yes.
How?
He's just had at this current moment, he's maybe not had a bad season. If you look at his trajectory on the last 5 seasons across, he is the best winger, pound for pound, in the world.
Yeah, but you said right now, you're basing that off what he's done in the past. He's not doing what is he doing?
I would still take Vinicius Junior over any winger in the world of football.
That is crazy. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Like you could again, someone made the argument earlier. He's not even Mbappe. might be a great striker, and he's shown that this season. Incredible run of goals so far, and he can play up front for sure. But you'd still take Mbappe as a left winger over Vinicius Junior, 100%. Any fan base would, any team would.
Ben, love you, like a brother.
Love you too.
You're off. You're off. See you in a bit, matey. See you in a bit. We have
1.5 minutes.
1.5 minutes. Please, if you're ready to come up, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Joe.
Fulham
Jesus.
fan.
Welcome.
Needed it.
Fulham fan, you know.
Needed it. Hi, mate.
Is that a Sessignon shirt? Interesting.
Not too
So-
long. Go, go, go.
Talking Yamal versus Vinny seems to be the debate here.
Yeah.
At 16, what was it, 16, 17, Yamal wins the Euros. What has Vinicius Junior done internationally?
But wouldn't that fall more down to the fall of Brazil compared to the rise of Spain? Because Spain, obviously, right now, pound for pound, is a better side than Brazil.
Yeah, but Spain are playing in the Euros, which is probably a harder competition.
I can't even lie. The fact that Lamine Yamal won the Euros and he performed amazing in it. Yeah, put the fries in the back, man. And by the way, Brazil, don't get it twisted, but Copa America is still hard. I'm not going to act like it's easy. It's really not as easy.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was like, I'm
But-
sure, like,
Brazil is Brazil. It's not like us. Brazil is Brazil. Like, realistically, they should be they should not be walking, but they should be like putting themselves
they're
in better
expected to
position.
win almost any competition they're in. Like that's the way I see Brazil.
Like, Brazil should be like the greatest national team of all time. You know, with
Yes.
the culture that they have and instead they're not. That's where I'm coming from with it. Not the fact that it's easy to win Copa America. You know, it's like
Right.
having standards. That's my thing. But anyway.
Competition.
Then what, the Copa America?
Yeah.
No. No.
Like, what? Uruguay compete every year. What do they do? The World Cup.
You're actually quite a tough team. Not gonna lie. but yeah.
Uruguay. Yeah, they are.
Didn't Uruguay like smoke England in the World Cup? Like, what are we doing here? These men are talking down the South American teams.
This is the problem, though, Lewis. Is like they only look at Brazil, Argentina, but then Chile beat Argentina twice in the final. Like, it's still hard to win. It's just the problem is Argentina and Brazil are like it's like, you know what it is? It's like La Liga. You know what I mean? You get two countries
Right.
that's more focused on the other. That's the problem. And then you have like the Uruguay being, even though I think Uruguay, if I'm not mistaken, they have, I think, as one of the more Copa Americas as well, don't they? They have the most, or like second most or something.
I think they're like second or third, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, something like that.
But I know it's like Argentina and Brazil. They run that gauntlet of like a whole bunch of
Yeah,
Copa.
but Uruguay is not far off. Or I think they even
No,
have
they're
more
not. No.
maybe.
Yeah,
I actually don't know, but it's an interesting
Because
one, man.
You also got to remember, Uruguay was like a powerhouse back then. Them men were winning World Cups and everything.
Yeah. That's the thing. But anyway.
I do get your point.
Spain could win the next World Cup. Can Uruguay?
Again, Spain is the best. Okay. If we're talking international football, Spain is, in my opinion, yes, the favourites to win the World Cup.
Yeah.
But that is not saying that the Copa America is a worse competition than the Euros, because the Copa America is way more. It's feistier. Anyone can beat any. Like, that's the beauty of the Copa America compared to the Euros. In the Euros, you have a few teams that are the favourites, whereas that isn't the case in the Copa America.
All right. So, who was Spain's best player in the Euros win?
Cucurella. Joking. Sorry.
Yes, but again, that falls down to the system rather than
the
player
doesn't.
himself.
Yamal.
Full time. Great debating, guys. Well done. Smashed it. Oh, so much hatred. So much hatred in that episode. God, him and James could have been a fight. Honestly. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you haven't want to check out everybody's channels, they are going to be linked down below. All the Premier League haters who don't really actually hate the Premier League that badly, they just prefer their own teams, or the Premier League fans are all going to be down there. So make sure you go over there, subscribe to them, give them a shout. If you've liked the video, leave a comment, and we'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye.
What are we saying, guys? What are we saying?
Big up Aziz. I have a hot take. I think the Euros where Spain won it was the weakest Euros in the last 20 years.
Actually, yeah, that's mad. Yeah, that's mad.
That's just my opinion. I think everybody who's supposed to perform in that Euros did not perform what they were supposed to do.
No, I'm not gonna lie, that's a mad thing. But so how was Liam in the vid? If I look at the comments, it's not looking good. Lewis, do you want to speak?
Listen, Michael, how do I say this, brother? Me and Z are in the process of getting Liam sanctioned from all Bundesliga revenue, activity, almost anything. This man will be prosecuted. And the words of Zier, this is the reason why dictators exist, dictatorships exist.
Yes.
So
yes.
That shameless fraud that you see on StreamYard almost every week, Michael, we did not get that in this thing. And you know what? He's a fraud for that. That's all I have to say. Second of all,
Cornwallis behavior.
big up Luca, because that poor soul had to go through that Prem propaganda about all-time players walking in on a Serie A all-time team. I'm not so big up for him on that because I just can't. So is it a red? Yes, Michael. It's
Bro,
a
but
red
I think
card.
red card is an understatement. I think if there was a rule in which we can give him like triple red cards, I'd do it.
It's a 12-point deduction.
We need to give him
That's what
ban
it
from
is.
no. Yeah. But on top, we need to give him ban from YouTube. That's what we need, bro. Give him the ban. It's fraud.
Yeah, it's a 12-point deduction, Michael. They get demoted to League Two. It's not a red. He doesn't get a red.
And you know what it is, Michael. You know how you see Liam act all tough, brave, and all that shit. Over there, he acted like a coward. You know, it's like them. You know those wrestling heels that act like they're all the shit, but then when the baby face turns up, they just like run away. Oh yeah.
Baron, that's exactly my point. If you were to do a top 5 European league starting 11, it's only going to be La Liga and Serie A of all time.
By the way,
there's not a single Prem player that's been in.
By the way, when Lucas said Matthias gets in, music to my
ears.
ears.
Yeah. There's not. Come on.
Well,
bro.
if people are debating that in 20, bro, they've not seen Matthias play. Bro,
and the moment he said R9 and Van Basten, I was like, bro, don't talk to this man. Like, come on. Like, what are we doing here, bro? What is this AI that's getting filled in your heads that you think you can chat to R9 and Van Basten?
Oh no!
Oh my God, you marks. That is typical Mark behavior, bro.
Oh no, they are marks. But guys, I do have to end this, and I do have to redirect to the other one. It will take me a few minutes to set up everything, though, so you're gonna have to be a little bit patient. But we are gonna redirect to the Patmas pod. Me and Danny from Always Bayern Chelsea. We'll be talking about events that's been going through Bayern Munich going on throughout the week. You know what I mean? So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be 7th episode, as a matter of fact. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Got stuff to talk about like Jamal Musiala being able to train a little bit again, you know, company extending, and Lenny G balling out. You know what I mean? In the 2 games that we've had. So stay tuned, guys. We will be around. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys. Also, go check Lewis's channel. I'll put his Lewis. Are you gonna get back to streaming, brother?
When I'm done with school, I will get back to streaming when I'm done with school.
I would put your channel in the title, but they would sacrifice certain things in the title, so it's a bit difficult.
No worries.
However,
bro.
I will put it in the description at some point during the Pac-Man pod, so go check it out. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys, we're gonna redirect to my other one. Guys, you know exactly what to do. Subscribe, press the alarm bells for future content notifications. Like, comment your way. Go check socials, and inshallah you're well wherever you are. Go check Bayern View. Go check out that guy's video if you want to watch it on your own without me cutting off and all that stuff. So yeah, until then, guys, take care. And you know what? The clip I'm about to play on our way out, it's the opposite of what we got in that video. Uttering, shattering, stinker. Take care. See you later. Madness. Hey, Liam's here. Big up, finally. That's all getting clipped.
That's exactly what I
would
would have
done. By the way.